created hockey fever in this city, and they've won a cup with the likes of Darian Hatcher. Two guys who want that cup in Colorado are here tonight, Adam Foote and Raymond Boyd.
The following is an exclusive presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
The unrelenting pressure on the defending champion does not end until the reign is over. The Dallas Stars have carried the title this season with honor. But their first true test has arrived against a foe that wants to dethrone them as much as they want to remain. Sunday, facing the possibility of a 3-1 deficit, they responded like champions and not in the series at 2 games apiece. But the end is not in sight. This epic battle continues. They are evenly matched, as they were a year ago when the Stars wanted it more. Repeat or redemption. Game 5 next. ESPN's coverage of the Stanley Cup Playoffs continues here in Dallas tonight. Obviously, a full house will be on hand. Even people without heads. Why? Because they are the defending Stanley Cup champions, and there's a great series to watch. The Avs and the Stars are tied in this series at 2-2. Welcome, everybody. A magic number for Dallas is at 100. That was the record high temperature here in Dallas today. Will it make a difference in the game? Maybe.
Well, the Stars are glad to be back in Texas, 100 degrees or not, and they're glad to be back in their building here because the ice is slow. Dallas wants slow ice. They want the soft glass to establish their dump and chase game. The one thing that Ken Hitchcock is counting on is last change. That means Bob Hartley, the Avs head coach, cannot get the matchup that he wants against Mike Modano. Ken Hitchcock, the Dallas Stars head coach, feels that Mike Modano is the key player in this game here. So Mike Modano, to stay away from the coverage that Bob Hartley will have, will double shift. He will play with 2 different lines. Also, Ken Hitchcock is certain that the altitude did affect Mike Modano in Denver, and he expects just a huge effort from Modano.
One would expect Joe Sakic is to be heard from as well. He has never gone through a playoff series without a goal, but right now he's doing just that.
Well, for the first 2 games, he had to play against Modano, so he was kind of a checker. But the line as a whole, Andreychuk, Hayduk, and Sakic combined in this series, not good enough. -9 combined. The positive number in the last 2 games since being freed up from his checking role, Joe Sakic has had 11 shots on goal, so he is dancing.
We will try and keep our heads about us as all about us are losing theirs. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. You'd like to get your name on the cup? Well, this man did. Joe Sakic, MVP, 96 playoffs. This man might. 76 saves. Belfour, last 2 games.
If you suffer from any of these health problems, a relaxing, affordable Craftmatic adjustable bed with built-in massage and soothing heat may provide the temporary relief from pain you've been looking for. Call toll-free now so we can mail you our free information pack. Inside are facts about the Craftmatic Model 2 that costs hundreds less than many quality flatbeds, and the Craftmatic Model 3 that is 50% less than the Model 2's low cost. 50% less. Call now and we'll also mail you this special free $200 off rebate certificate. It's good for $200 off the Craftmatic Model 1 bed of your choice. Don't suffer needlessly. Get the facts about the affordable adjustable beds that may provide temporary relief. Call for this helpful free money-saving information right away. There's absolutely no obligation.
Call 1-800-544-1000 toll-free. That's 1-800-544-1000. Call toll-free 1-800-544-1000.
If you have thinning hair, you can get this hair loss research update free by calling 1-800-HAIR-CLUB now.
I love my hair, and I can't believe how simple the process is. It's quick, it's easy, it's painless, there's no surgery. And what I love about it is I can do whatever I want every day. I can go swimming, I can play sports. You won't believe it until you try it yourself.
You can get this hair loss research update free by calling 1-800-HAIR-CLUB now.
Local hero Hale Irwin returns to Missouri to defend his Boone Valley title against the best of the senior tour. The Boone Valley Classic, Friday at 3 on ESPN.
I want to do it again, and I want to be prepared for how it's going to be and how it's going to feel. And I honestly, you think it's the greatest moment of your life, and it is, but it goes by so quick, and you're so lost in the moments that you don't take time to cherish it. And I want to do it again so I can take it all and do exactly what I want with the moment.
Game 5 of the Western Conference Final, John Saunders and Barry Melrose after 4 games, just like last year when they met in the conference final, 2-2. There's a lot of stories, a lot of players you're looking at, but there's really one guy to put the focus on.
Exactly. The bottom story of all this, we can talk about Sackett, we can talk about Forsberg, we can talk about Modano. Belfour's the key to this series. They've been outshot badly 2 games. He only gives up 3 goals. He gets a win when they shouldn't have got a win. He was unbelievable. I personally believe we got the 2 best goaltenders in hockey facing each other. I think it comes down to which goaltender outplays the other goaltender. Everything else is even. That's what this series is going to come down to.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Patrick Waugh will not allow 4 goals on 15 shots.
Okay.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Knowing what he said he would have done the last game.
Anytime soon. Joe Sakic, meanwhile, you can look at the numbers, but he's played well.
8 shots last game. I thought he was Colorado's best player. Yes, he's not putting up points, but he's playing well.
You know, life on the road can be pretty insane. So many people, so many places, there's so much to talk about. So when it's time to dial home, it's time to dial 1-800-COLLECT. It's cheap and easy and helps save a buck or two. So dial 1-800-COLLECT.
It's as digital as documents get. Digital copiers, network printers, color imaging. Yosemite is where documents are going.
In the future, managers' lives will be simpler with online group profiles. Employees will order their own office products, and management will approve them with the touch of a button, keeping the office fully stocked. With Staples.com, the future is now.
Hey, Frank, did you approve my order?
Yeah, Paul, taken care of.
He's a little odd, but he's a whiz with supplies.
Shop Staples.com today and get a half case of Georgia Pacific inkjet paper free with any order of $50 or more.
I like new things, especially when they get old.
Like keeping things around? Good news. Introducing Valvoline Max Life, the first motor oil formulated for higher mileage engines. Max Life conditions use seals to help prevent leaks and helps keep your high mileage engine performing for a long, long time.
Son, another 100,000 miles and this baby will be yours.
There's a moment as I bite into a Wendy's classic double with cheese when everything around me seems to come to a stop. My senses focus on that hot, juicy beef and cool, crisp toppings. For that frozen moment, I am in a perfect state of hamburger bliss. Of course, nothing lasts forever. Then again, I can always come back tomorrow. Hamburger bliss. It comes with every Wendy's classic hamburger.
Wow, this is nutty.
Whatever you do to get up for the game, stay up.
Peel back the label on specially marked bottles for a 1 in 6 chance to win instant prizes. Or you could win a trip to the 2000 Olympic Games in Sydney.
ESPN's coverage of the Stanley Cup Conference Finals is brought to you by Midas. Go safely, go Midas. By New Beck's Light, all beer, no compromise. Look for Beck's Light in a clear bottle wherever you buy Beck's. And by Dodge, the official vehicles of the NHL. Dodge, different.
Welcome, everybody. B.J. Thomas, national anthem, 7-0 when he sings the anthem, so they brought him here tonight. They are treating this like Game 7. Welcome back, everybody. This series is tied at 2-2, and the two great netminders go at it again. Can Eddie Belfour be any better or as good as he's been the last 2 games?
No, because he was as close to perfect as a goaltender can be. The one thing that Colorado wants to do, and it's interesting because last year at this time, Dallas was talking about doing the same thing to Patrick Waugh. Get in front of Belfour, take away his vision, and above all else, if you have the time, get it to the shelf. Go upstairs with it. Patrick Waugh admittedly had an off night, make that day in Game 4.
3 goals, 79 shots in games 1, 2, 3. In Game 4, 15 shots on goal and 4 goals. Peter Forsberg will be up to kick it off. First goal has mattered enormously in this year's playoffs. See who gets it here tonight. Great to have you with us. It'll be Drury on the draw. And the face-off won back by Chris Drury. Raymond Bourque and Adam Foote are teamed up. Bourque on the high slip wide side. Matvichuk up to the point, not out. Held in by Drury, looking for Forsberg, cutting and deflected away. Peter Forsberg was open momentarily in the middle. Joe Nieuwendyk trying to gut it in behind the net. Lagerbrunner is out there with him. No change in those playing in this game for either team. We will see a couple of changes as we go along in this game on the lines for matchups.
And we sure will see both of these coaches trying to get the defense pairings against the top lines on the other team. Bob Hartley for Colorado started Ray Bourque and Adam Foote. Pulled him off immediately because Mike Modano did not start for Dallas.
That one up and over the glass. We're just underway here in Game 5. Let's check in with Brian Engblom. Brian.
Eddie Belfour and Patrick Roy have been spectacular in this series so far. Patrick Roy's got 2 shutouts, and Eddie Belfour had 76 saves in hostile territory in Denver. Let's look at the goals that have been scored in this series. Both of these guys have allowed 7 goals. And different scenarios. For Patrick Roy, 5 of the 7 have been on the initial shot. And the great sniper Brett Hull seems to have his number right now. For Eddie Belfour, it's been just the opposite. 5 of the 7 goals have been on tip-ins or rebounds in front. The only goal was Dave Reed's, this one, that beat him, that he could see from start to finish. That's where we are in the series, guys.
Boy, what does that tell you about how Eddie Belfour has been playing? That they have required tip-ins or rebounds to beat him.
He's been just spectacular, especially in these last 2 games where Colorado's just piled up the shots but couldn't get it home. It'll be chased back. Bodine on the intercept. Sean Bodine, Guy Carbonneau knocked it away. Dump deeper. Manson let it go behind it. Eddie Belfour is at a player near side to Cote. Sylvain Cote. Both teams changing up on the fly. Bob Hartley in particular, but both coaches early in the game want to roll 4 lines. They feel that the heat in this game will catch up with the players as it goes along. Bob was telling Bill and I before the game, I've got to get that 4th line out there in the first period to save my stars for later in the game.
And interestingly enough, here he comes with the 3rd shift out is the same line that started the game, the Forsberg Drury unit.
Cote dropped it off into the middle. Here comes King near side Modano. His shot blocked out deep. Mike Modano has never gone 3 games without a shot. He has gone the last 2 games without a shot. Hatcher knocked down Forsberg. Played back the other way. Adam Foote deep in his own end. Raymond Bourque right back out. Modano up on the forecheck. Raymond Bourque trying to turn it up ice. Got it over to Sakic. Sakic will move it in. Sakic down the middle. Hayduk just off the paddle or just wide. Hayduk shot that. I'm not sure he ever got that on net. Hull comes the other way. Hull moved it in. Sakic tied him up, tipped away. There is another great chance that goes by the boards for Milan Hayduk.
I'm so surprised that Hayduk went corner instead of just elevation, because I talked to him this morning. He said, look at this stick. I know I can shoot high with it. I know I have to get it high on Belfour.
Stefan Yell took that shot, got it up, but did not get a lot on it. Yell's got the stick in there as he stays up on the forecheck. Milan Hayduk has not been heard from here. He's a big player during the regular season for Colorado, but has not had a good series, nor for that matter, a particularly good playoff year. Back in behind the net, Kirk Muller. Muller able to knock it away, taken by Miller in his own end. Miller and Muller do battle, tying each other up, and then freed the puck up. Cleared up over Zubov's head and over the glass and out of play. For Ken Hitchcock, playoff-wise, 39-22 as a head coach.
And he didn't pull any punches before this tilt. He told us that they are approaching it, the Dallas Stars, this game as if it were a Game 7. And the reason they are doing that is last year they went down 3-2 to Colorado and came back and won the conference finals. Ken Hitchcock and his coaching staff have all said this is a better Colorado team than we faced last season. They're more disciplined, they're more committed, and they have better talent. Part of that talent is Milan Hayduk. Richard Matvichuk might have had something to do with that. You know, that low shot. Hayduk looked like he was just trying to get the puck away cleanly because Matvichuk had a bit of a hook on his left arm.
See those 3 goals? They have all come on the power play. He does not have an even strength goal in this playoff season. taken back in behind the net by Raymond Bourque. And for Milan Hajduk in this series, nothing in the last 3 games. Sakic was wide open. He still is down low. Now they get the coverage on him. Puck along the blue line. Joe Sakic coming through the middle was open. The pass to him deflected away.
Hit a skate. If it doesn't hit a skate, Joe Sakic is in cold.
He was down the middle and roaring on Belfort. Kicked off the far side boards by Hajduk. Played back into the middle to Mike Modano. Modano will move it up. Modano 2 goals, 3 assists in this series. Blocked. Cote knocked it down and held it in. Cote, the defenseman, had joined the play that time. Adam Foote's got it. Foote got it over O'Bain. It's shot. And that one went wide. He picked it up high, but he did not get it on net. As Eddie Belfour gotten into the minds of the Colorado shooters. Maybe trying to fine-tune it a little too much. O'Bain dropped it off and got level. Boy, Hatcher took O'Bain out of the play after he dumped that one. There's Hatcher coming the other way. Hatcher to Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner, Hatcher's in front. Pass to him, deflected behind the net. Rebound comes up the near side wall. Colorado scrambling a bit right now. Gary Lettinen moved back in. He was covering for Hatcher. Lettinen, Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner, Nieuwendyk in the middle. Shot just wide. Dallas with a great chance on the tip. And that'll be played up and over the glass. Good offensive chance for the Stars.
Well, boy, you talk about a whole bunch of adrenaline flowing through these players. They both want to play a very tight, conservative game defensively. And right now, both of these teams have had terrific scoring chances. Ray Bourque tried to get this up, and he did. It hit Sylvain Cote skating, and Joe Sakic full speed. This was the play that just about sprung Sakic in cold for the breakaway. Colorado has come close to having 4 or 5 point-blank opportunities. Suspect they're just burning off a little extra fuel here early, and that both of these teams, especially Dallas. You know the Dallas Stars want to grind this thing out. They do not want to have to rely on Eddie Belfour in this game the way they did in games 3 and 4. That was O'Bain's pass. He stood in there like a quarterback that knew he was going to get tagged.
Guy Carbonneau won the faceoff. Carbonneau's won 56% of the draws in the playoffs, but 10% less than that in this series. Thornton put the hit on Forsberg and took the puck away. Into the corner, Raymond Bourque takes down Guy Carbonneau. Fans wanted a call, don't get it. Centered for Carbonneau. Knocked away into the corner. Raymond Bourque put a little hook shot on over there and got away with it. Hajduk near side gets it up for Deadmarsh, and Deadmarsh will move that one out of the zone. Adam Deadmarsh, Colorado changing, so he'll dump it in. Played by Belfort, back in behind the net. Near side it comes to Keane. First 5 minutes, wide open play and ferocious. A couple of teams have had chances already. Guy Carbonneau. Carbonneau in the turnover, can't hold it in. Came back out the center. Changing up behind the play, Dallas. Hatcher. He'll gain the red, just dumped that one off the glass. Watt trying to play, could not. Cleared up, not out. Zador left it back in behind the net, intended for Marshall. Marshall gets tied up there, near side Anderchuk. Anderchuk got it by Zubov, and they'll flip it out of the zone, intended for Sakic. Sakic's hanging a little bit, trying to find a little ice behind the D. He's done that on 2 shifts now, and he did on that last one. That'll be sent in wide of Eddie Belfour. Played back in the corner after John Clem dumped it in, and Colorado changes. Zubov up. Zubov into the middle. For Zubov, a goal and 5 assists in the playoffs. Grant Marshall will glove and hang on with Modano moving in. At this point, when it's 2-2, you're in the conference finals, you do anything. See that tie he's got on? That's a beautiful children's tie for a foundation. He told Bill and I before the game, that tie is undefeated, 5-0.
And he's also got a little, the bottom part of the tie below the spots is all little hockey players on a rink. He said, it's my overtime tie. That's what he diagrams plays on his tie. He said, okay, you go here, this is you, this is you. Now Dallas thinks they can take advantage of the glass here, and here's why. Look at this. That high dump in by Darian Hatcher never did make it around the rim and around the glass. It hit one of the partitions that separates the glass. That is one of the reasons Patrick was not going to be able to come out as freely here as he did in Denver to get those hard dump-ins that Dallas launches.
Cleared back out. The faceoffs have been about even in this series. A slight advantage has gone the way of Colorado on draws, 149 to 126 coming into this game. Cote got it into the middle. Mike Modano, we've already seen a lot of ice time. Brendan Morrow on the near side. Morrow, Hull, and Modano on that line. Brendan Morrow back in the lineup in the last game and playing again on the fractured foot, but one that they've been able to wrap up so that playing on it does not bother him, and it did not swell up as they were worried about after that last game. Came off the fire side. Drury had just come back out on the ice. Forsberg to hit by Morrow. Into the middle. 4 back, though, for Colorado. Nieuwendyk had it swept away by Drury. Drury got it out of there. Forsberg on the chase. Could not get to it. Gary Lettinen stepped in front of him. Don Koharski, Rob Schick. Intercepted, no, just cleared out of the zone.
What a play by Nieuwendyk. He had fallen down, and Chris Drury was circling like a hungry hockey player.
There he is again. That one was taken away from Langenbrunner as the game settles down a little bit. We've had only one shot officially, and the Avalanche have it in the first 6 minutes of the game. Carbonneau let it go to Thornton. We got it back to Matvichuk, who just ripped that one wide. Dallas changed. We got Patcher on the near side, stepped in on Skula. Patcher took the hit. Thornton put the hit on Forsberg. Forsberg, though, came away with the puck. Aubert's on the right side, moving in with it. Forsberg backed it up. Messier shot, and he didn't get it on net. Mike Keane got a piece of that one, though.
But he tried to get it high, didn't he?
They're shooting high, but a couple of the shots have not been on net. Serge Aubert trying to get it out in front for Messier. Intercepted. Forsberg is double shifting. Tanguay comes out there. Tanguay overskated. His shot saved. Belfort. Rebound into the corner. Messier, Keane. Tanguay got it. Tanguay shot saved. Belfort. And cleared.
This could be a factor in this hockey game. Ken Hitchcock, the Dallas Stars head coach, is concerned that the fourth line for Colorado has been better than any fourth line he could put together. We'll just call it the French connection. Aubé, Tanguay, Messier.
It's your umbrella, a great escape. Your concert hall. It's your car. Keep it going longer with Midas. New expanded services, more genuine Midas parts, a nationwide lifetime guarantee. Even if the part wears out, we're more than mufflers. We're a new way to keep a good thing going. Go Midas.
If your light beer doesn't have this key, you're locked out. A magical place where your tongue can get naughty with the beer of its dreams. Introducing crisp, easy drinking Beck's Light.
New Dakota Quad Cab comes with a nice big bed and big back doors that lead to a great big cab for putting things you don't want outside, inside, and vice versa. Inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, oops, that's better, outside. Dodge Dakota Quad Cab. Big room, big doors, big difference.
It's a new concept in light beer. 103 calories from different walks of life, coming together for the sake of the team. Introducing crisp, easy drinking Beck's Light.
Langenbrunner, back it goes. Thornton behind the net, center shot, score! Nieuwendyk! A power play goal, and Dallas is on the board! Joe Nieuwendyk got that at 7:12 in the last game for the first goal. 9-1 Dallas when they score first. Colorado 8-1 when they score first this playoff year. 2 shots, that's all we've got up. And the Avs have both of them. There have been scoring chances at each end. They just ended up being shots. Raymond Bourque back together. Bourque cleared it up near side. Hayduke will dump that one in. Hayduke continues out there with Andreychuk and Sakic. The line we showed you that is a -9 with 1 goal in this series.
On this shift, they're out there against the Modano line. I mean, Bob Hartley's not afraid to put any one of his 3 top lines out there against the Modano line, but this matchup suits Ken Hitchcock better than having Yell, Forsberg, and Deadmarsh against the Modano line.
There's something else that Bob Hartley wanted. Raymond Bourque. Bourque just took that shot from the blue line. He came out and practiced one-timers this morning, and Bob Hartley made it clear, talking with us before the game, he wants Ray Bourque to shoot. Well, Bourque that time just brought it in the zone, let her rip. You got to do that as hot as Belfort is and hope for some rebounds. In behind the net, Tanguay looking for Messier in front. Tanguay starting out a good first period here. He got taken down on the far side. Good checking job by Lyashenko. Picked back up on the near side. Sador cleared it up. Ozolinsh can't hold it in. No icing. Chased down by Clem. Clem's got Kirk Muller moving up. Muller would love to get one. He's got an 0 for going here. 0 for 8 for the veteran Kirk Muller. Taken by Ozolinsh. Ozolinsh cleared it up the near side wall. It's probably something else we won't see Colorado doing a lot of. Cross-ice passes and going up the middle. Shot in wide, Manson. A lot of turnovers in that last game that have cost the Avs. Here's Podine. His chance again. Didn't get it on net. Nieuwendyk, one of the reasons he was standing in front of him. Takedown on the centering pass. Chance for a 2-on-2 the other way. Dallas needs a line change. Nieuwendyk will have that one deflected into the corner. Chased down Reed, who blocked it. Ozolich comes over and puts the hit on. Yuri Lettinen backing off, trying to get it out of there. Reed has got Neuendijk tied up. Reed kicked it away. Langenbrunner picks it up, goes to the point. Shot there's blocked out deep. Nobody to help, so they'll circle back a little bit. And Yale will send it in on goal. Belfour a little trouble with that one. Real trouble open net. Shot side made. What a save by Richard Matvichuk. Richard Matvichuk covered. In the middle, Adam Foote can't get it. Whoa! An empty net as Eddie Belfour misplayed the puck, and Richard Matvichuk made a save. Waugh came out to get it, pushed it around Thornton over on the far side. Cleared back, Forsberg was open, couldn't get it to him. Shot deflected high, and up the near side, Keane, who took the shot, gets the puck. Keane looking for Thornton, cutting, got pinned up, taken by Skula, lost it. Keane centered, Drury trying to run it out with Forsberg on the right. Drury over to Forsberg, Dallas gets back 3-on-3 to Drury, shot! Eddie Belfour with a save. Cleared up the wall over Forsberg's head and out of the zone. Clem back. Clem leaves it over for Forsberg. It goes on to the bench. 5-zip the shots in favor of the Avs.
Well, even people that have been as hot as Eddie Belfour, intimidating in the zone, even those guys need help. And this time Eddie Belfour got some help from number 24 in a big way, Richard Matvichuk.
A clear bottle, so you can make sure there's none of that hijinks and funny business going on inside. Introducing crisp, easy-drinking Beck's Light.
Hey, Mr. Two-Belt, why don't you change your oil every 3,000 miles? And remember, women know when you lie. I mean, missed oil changes, you know better. Come on, consider the risk. This is reformulated Quaker State. Protection beyond 3,000 miles under any driving conditions. Can you say insurance? Because I could say I told you so. Reformulated Quaker State. What more do you need to know?
Get a free Rain-X towelette and money back on other Rain-X products when you buy a case of Quaker State.
Just a minute. Poor baby. Wow, 125. I'll go download your homework.
The Microsoft Connected Learning Community. With internet software that connects, you'll never miss school. Sorry.
It's new, it's light, but it's not soft. Introducing crisp, easy-drinking Beck's Light.
Dallas has not given up a first-period playoff goal in their last 12 home games. But,
oh, so close. Eddie Belfour appeared to be looking where he wanted to go with this and took his eye off the puck. That's why he bobbled it. Then he and Matvichuk had a miscommunication, and Sean Podine came this close.
Matvichuk is their leader with 31 blocked shots in the playoffs coming into this game. Believe it or not, Bill and I were talking about it. It's still 31, and that is really unfair. I protest. Eddie Belfour gets credited with a save.
He does. And Richard Matvichuk will not even get credit for a blocked shot there.
Wow, isn't that something? No shot yet. We got 9 minutes left to go for the Stars. 5-0 the shots in favor of the Avs. Sakic at center again. Sakic again, almost. Modano into the corner, Raymond Bourque. That's been the matchup, if there's been one. The defenseman against the forwards, Patrick Waugh. That one, where'd it go? Behind the net. Modano dug it out. Morrow kicked it into the corner. Adam Foote came over and put the hit on. Drury had it squirt between his legs to Anderchuk. Anderchuk will flip it out of the zone.
As long as the Colorado Avs keep bringing everybody back down low, Dallas is going to have a hard time ever outnumbering them down low. But what that means is if Dallas can ever control a puck deep in Colorado's zone, their point men are lonely. They're so wide open.
Lyashenko will dump that one in. Played back by Patrick Waugh. Just holds it up there. Waited for Muller to commit. Cleared around the far side and out of the zone. Big hit put on by Yell. Stefan Yell. Good move. Yell's got a 2-on-1 down low with Forsberg. Yell shot. Belfour save. Rebound. There is none. No whistle. Came out on the far side. Dave Reed. Reed on top. Clem shot deflected by Forsberg. Rebound shot. That's deflected by Matvichuk again. Matvichuk's going to be voted the outstanding goaltender of the playoffs. Belfour save, rebound, score, John Clem! John Clem, 1-0 Avs!
Oh, man, what a sequence. What an incredible sequence of pressure with Eddie Belfour standing tall until John Clem, a conservative defensive defenseman, who's always paired with Sandis Ozolinsh, and you expect to see Ozolinsh standing in there. John Clem standing almost in the paint, finally got a rebound. And where did he put it? He took it right to the crossbar. Excellent work by the Avs. But at some point, they had to be looking at Peter Forsberg came in and just trashed Brett Hull down low to keep this thing alive. For Lyashenko down low, keep it alive. And then John Clem with the shelf. Peter Forsberg actually broke up that log jam by crushing Lyashenko. And then I think Stefan Yell had a part in that, poking it over to John Clem. And the Avs have a 1-0 lead, and that's what the playoffs are for, streaks to be broken. Now the Dallas Stars have given up one.
So there is that big first goal. First time at home in 13 games. Wow, made a save on a floating puck by Manson. Pocket runner tried to dig it out, could not. Adam Foote working against Nieuwendyk. In comes Messier. Hit put on, Adam Foote. And still a battle in the corner. Nobody can get it out. Knocked away from Adam Foote. Raymond Bourque's got it. Bourque's got a 3-on-2 if they hustle it up. Raymond Bourque coming back. They were going to change. 2-on-2. Aubert trying to dump it in. Manson took his man down, rolled in on Belfour, cleared it to the far side. Manson tied up Reed with a puck. Skula. His wrist shot blocked by Langenbrunner. Knocked out of the air by Cote and cleared out. And right now it's Colorado putting the heat on. 9-1 are the shots and a 1-0 Avs lead. Goal coming at 12-11. Eddie Belfour on the bouncing puck. Clem got his first of this series, second of the playoffs. Yell and Forsberg the assist. Take a look at our Dodge final fact. Team scoring first this year's playoffs. An incredible 54-18. The team that scores first wins.
Man, that is amazing. Well, the Avs had the heat turned up on Eddie Belfour even before they scored. Eddie Belfour lost sight of the puck here. You see how he had to react? He was completely out of position, but Peter Forsberg couldn't get the handle on it. It had hit him in the crowd. Then when the play went to the corner, gosh, I'm not even, now that I see that, Roman Lyashenko might have even, watch number 36 here, or Hatcher. It was two Dallas Stars, Lyashenko and Hatcher, that seemed to pop the puck over to John Clem.
And credit Yell. If we kept rolling that back a long ways, it was Yell who made the play on the right wing side to move it into the zone that started all of that. Sean Bodine dumped it in. Played back with Colorado changing. Sador near side to Zubov. 8-1 in favor of the Avs in scoring chances, as well as the lead and shots. And they've got Drury open in the middle. Belfour came out. Backhand chance. Belfour knocked it away. Sador cut off the angle. Centering pass bounced and is held onto by Belfour. And the Colorado Avalanche are putting early heat on here in Dallas with a 1-0 lead. Stanley Cup coverage of these playoffs on ESPN continues tomorrow. The Eastern Conference Final. The Philadelphia Flyers. Eric Lindros back. Game 6. Flyers lead 3-2. Thursday, these two teams. Game 6 in Colorado. Exclusive coverage at 8 o'clock Eastern right here.
You know, Gary, as much as Bob Hartley said he wanted to roll 4 lines in the first period, Peter Forsberg had 3 forwards, and the Avs have more ice time than him in the last game. You got to wonder if Bob Hartley noticed that as well. Yes, he has played his 4th line, and they've done really well. Tanguay, Aubin, and Messier. I mean, they've been in Dallas's end every shift. But Peter Forsberg has logged a ton of ice time here in the first period, and I think he has to.
Peter Forsberg on the near side wall. Forsberg with a goal and 3 assists now in this series has the puck. Got tied up behind the net. Chopped out of the way as he tried to go around Darian Hatcher. Forsberg squeezed off the puck. Still held in. Almost. And again. Down low, a man open. Deadmarsh that time had gotten behind the D. Couldn't get the puck through, though, and that'll be dumped in on the offside with 5:50 to go. Here in this first period, the series is tied at 2-2, but the Avs have jumped out to a 1-0 lead.
Hi, Mr. Food here. Yes, we always want the best ingredients. Well, the best ingredients for a great car from really great people? Easy. Yeah, they're on University Drive in Pembroke Pines. It's University Cadillac.
Lisa 2000 Cadillac Catera, now only $399 a month with 0 due at signing. Just $399 with 0 down.
I told you, Ed Morse University Cadillac. Oh, it's so good. You just can't beat an Ed Morse deal.
The NASCAR Ride-Along program puts you in the action.
Oh, this is great. What? I said this is great. Yeah? Yeah. Pepper really seems to be enjoying himself today. He might want to get his head back in the window. You think so? Yeah.
NASCAR on ESPN.
Come on, pass that guy. Pass that guy. Okay.
Adventure, drama. All these and more can be yours in the wonderful world of art. And with this free art test from Art Instruction Schools, you can find out if you have the interest and desire needed to become a serious art student. To get your free art test without cost or obligation, call this toll-free number. Don't delay. Call this toll-free number now. Call 1-800-633-3400.
Great to have you with us here in Dallas. Gary Thorne, Bill Clement, Brian Engblom in our group. And a 5:50 on the clock here in the first period, and the Avs have dominated period number one. Not only did Dallas give up that goal for the first time in 13 home playoff games, but everything else has gone the other way. Look at this in the last 3 games, including this one. The huge advantage in shots, 89-37 in favor of Colorado. Yep. Those last 2 games went 1-1. Hull trying to come down the middle. He had 2 goals in the last game. Taken out of the play. Adam Foote will clear that one up the far side. Looking on the near side for Anderchuk. Belfour gets there ahead of him and clears it around the far side. The Avs, for the first time in 8 consecutive playoff road games, did get a goal in the first. They had trouble scoring. Dallas hadn't given up. That's gone the other way. Anderchuk in. Tried to drop it off for Aubin. Couldn't do it. Roll back to center. Changing up behind, 2 deep back. Blue liner Madonna. That one hit John Clem, who's got the goal. Kurt Muller took Clem out of the play. Muller came back to get the puck and got tied up. Near side, Ozolinch waiting, gets help from Anderchuk. Anderchuk, nice stick handling, and cleared that one out. Belfour will come out to play it. Off the near side wall, Grant Marshall's got it. Marshall sends it in. They go the cross ice corner, and Clem will play it with Muller again, moving in and putting a big hit on. Roll to center. Here's Aubin. 2-on-2 the other way. Aubin will move it in. Looking to the near side, shot that deflected wide. Played off the near side boards. Ozolinch trying to kick it in, could not. Only 1D back. Miller was there to play it. In up the wall, Tanguay, Aubin were all there. Ozolinch couldn't get it. Looking back, Zubov's got it. Zubov waiting center, blocked by Miller, and cleared into the corner. He went down on the ice. Aaron Miller never had a chance to get out, and the puck was shot right into him. Lagan runner, side wide. Rebound went to the side of the net and wide. Nobody knew where it was. Tanguay couldn't find it. Centering pass bouncing. Matvichuk right through the crease. Matvichuk turned that one in a hurry. Save! Rebound! Side of the net still loose. 2 good chances for Dallas to tie it up. Hatcher holds it in. Bounce free behind the net. In front, Lagenbrunner right under his stick. And Reed will get that one out of there right on Belfour.
Best forecheck of the game so far for Dallas, and that's what they have to do. Get the puck deep and work it, but it's so hard for them to get pressure the way Colorado's holding people up.
There's a Watt turnover. Thornton centering. Neuendijk shot blocked. Patrick Watt turned that over as he put it right on the stick of Neuendijk. Down low is Thornton. Thornton the scramble with Neuendijk in front. That's Raymond Bourque turning Thornton the other way. Thornton, a veteran minor league player, 4 NHL teams over a 10-year span. Near side is Hull. Hull trying to get a stick in. Anderchuk took it away. And they'll move it out of the zone at the end of a shift. Reed just wants the red line. Couldn't get it. Matvichuk wouldn't let him have it. Reed wouldn't let him have the puck. Sent back in and picked up by Hatcher. 3 minutes left to go in the first. Hull's got it. Both teams completing changes here. Hull the shot blocked. How many shots? That one hurt Skula. Martin Skula limping a bit as he took that shot right on the foot. Zador will chase this one down at the other end.
Well, you see how the ice slows the puck down here? I mean, if a team gets a lead, when they get into the third period, they can drill the puck, and a lot of times the snow on the ice is going to stop it from being an icing.
And Bill, in each period, as the period goes along, it obviously gets worse too. It'll get worse as the game goes along, and in each period, it will become harder to move the puck. Look at the move by Drury on Zador. Left Zador out at center ice. Belfour played it back for Hatchet. Cleared around the far side in a 3-on-3. Dono looking into the middle, dropped it for Hull. Hull, a wrister, side by Benoit. There's the chance they look for, setting up Brett Hull. One 0 Avalanche lead. 2:15 to our Dodge intermission. Lindros's return. Al's angle on that, and Barry's breakdown coming up.
Oh, some great plays here in the first period. Defensive plays and offensive plays. There's Aaron Miller still wearing the jaw piece to try to protect the broken jaw. How did he break it? Going down to block a shot just like this one. He ran out of real estate. He ran out of everything except stick. And he was able to get a chunk of that. Here's the last save. Two people went to Modano. That's what Mike Modano does when he has skating speed. He brings two people to him. And Brett Hull, with that smooth as silk delivery, really challenged Patrick Waugh with that one.
Waugh gave one up. That over the last two games, that has been a huge problem for the Avs. Their giveaways have been 31-14, with the Avs giving up a lot of chances because of those turnovers. Scoring chances here, 9-5. Shots, 10-4. Both in favor of the Avs.
I can tell you what the Avs are doing in this game, though, better than they did in Game 4. When they get to the neutral zone, and you mentioned this, Gary, instead of trying to go cross ice where they've committed a lot of their turnovers, they're going straight ahead and deep.
Intercepted. Trying to center it was Mike Keane. Jamie Langenbrunner is headed to the locker room with 2 minutes left to go. We'll get an update whether or not equipment or physical in nature.
He limped at one point. He got tagged over in the corner and limped off.
Adam Foote right in front of his own netminder turns that one back out. Colorado, they've got dynamite in the skates here in this first period. They're flying. Sakic near side, held it in. Kicked back into the corner. Joe Sakic still got it. You know Sakic wants one in the worst way. Podine rolled in and covered up with Sakic moving in front of the net. Minute 36 to go.
Sean Podine, Gary, is playing on this line with Joe Sakic and Milan Hajduk, and in this series that has primarily been the spot for Dave Andreychuk. I don't know how many times you mentioned Andreychuk's name in this first period. Not a whole lot. Sean Podine is going to get a ton of ice time if he is playing with Joe Sakic.
He's had a good series, Bill. Huh?
Absolutely. He's reliable defensively, and Bob Hartley has seen Sean Podine score some big goals for him. Mike Modano is in search of some kind of offense. Yeah, he picked up assists in the last game, but check this out. No shots the last two games. He has never gone 3 straight games without a shot on goal. Never. Never. It's a long time.
He doesn't get one here. That's where he'll be.
But you know what? As long as he can draw people to him the way he did on the drop pass to Brett Hull, doesn't matter. Mike Keane tried that little back pass, and Adam Foote was able to get a chunk of it. And boy, did he get a piece of Brendan Morrow. Adam Foote feels way better with the shield. He said he hated it for the first period of the last game.
Skula, shot deflected by Stefan Yell. Played in the corner by Manson and out. Skula will come back to get it. Despite Modano's problems of late, he still leads all playoff goal scorers, tied for first with 8. Tied for fourth with 15 points, so it's not as though Modano hasn't been around. But obviously, even though he had 3 assists in the last game, when you get behind in a game and you look to goal scorers on the Dallas bench, there he is.
But if Mike Modano has skating room, what that does is it just scares any team defensively, and that's why teams scramble to support one another defensively against him, and he usually ends up being double covered if he has enough room to get started and get some speed in the neutral zone. So if he has that space, Mike Modano knows somebody's got to be open. His first choice is always to look for Brett Hull.
Modano comes back out, and my sense is, without seeing the numbers, the faceoffs in this period have distinctly been in Colorado's favor. The better faceoff men, including Modano, have struggled in this series, and there you see another one that gets lost. Stefan Yell has had an outstanding chance in faceoffs, over 50% here in the series. Hull dropped it in the middle, again blocked Bourque, again blocked by Bourque. Down behind the net loose, Reed cleared it around. Sador stepped up to hold it in, and at 4 left to go. Raymond Bourque came over the hit. Brendan Morrow trying to dig it out. Morrow gets knocked down by Reed. 1 minute left in the period. Modano's moved back to a point now. Foote went back recovering, then moved up to get the puck. Adam Foote with it. Foote off the glass and by Podine. And yes, there will be an icing call here on the touch behind the net at 45.5 left in the first period.
You know, there's only one forward line that has scored a goal in this series for Dallas besides the Mike Modano Brett Hull unit. And in Game 4, they were the offense. Yes, Joe Nieuwendyk started it off, but then Mike Modano's line took over. Brett Hull had 2 goals. The second one was just a laser right underneath Patrick Waugh. And Brett Hull also picked up an assist. A rebound goal by Richard Matvichuk was the icing on the cake in Game 4. So a big series and a big game in Game 4 for that Mike Modano line. But I still agree with Ken Hitchcock. He said we will not win this series if we don't get another line scoring.
You see the 14 career multi-point games. Brett Hull may have the best offensive playoff he's ever had. I look today, his best year was back in the 90 season with St. Louis. He had 13 goals and 8 assists. He's very close to those numbers right now. Nieuwendyk dropped it. Open Hatcher shot. Not deflected wide by Waugh. Hatcher came through the middle and got the chance. Thornton behind the net. Adam Foote, 25 seconds to go in the period. Kicked away. Barry Lettinen looking on top. Hatcher again, the wrister blocked out deep by Deadmarsh. Nieuwendyk's tip pass comes to the near side wall where Drury will clear that one out. And Matvichuk will come back to get it. And but for Matvichuk's save, would be at least a 2-0 game. Hatcher a chance. Deflected just wide. Waugh had the angle. Cleared off the wall again and out, and this first period is over. 12-11. Clem gets the goal. Yell and Forsberg have the assists. Shots 11-5 in favor of Colorado in the first period. And the Avalanche, after one, lead it 1-0. Barry and John.
All right, Gary, thanks a lot. And so we talked about the fact that they wouldn't get 15 shots on goal again, but guess what? They're on pace right now to get 15 shots, just 5 in this period. Colorado, I think everyone could admit right now, is a more talented team.
Yeah, you don't have to be a hockey genius like myself, John, to realize that Colorado is a better all-around team than Dallas. They're faster than Dallas. You see that in the first period. They're as big as Dallas. That's rare. Dallas is used to pushing teams around, and they're as gritty and tough as Dallas. Again, that's unusual because Dallas is used to pushing teams around. But that doesn't necessarily mean Colorado's going to win. That goalie is giving Dallas a chance to win every night. That's why goaltending is the most important position of any sport. Goaltending can win games for you. We saw that in Game 4.
I'm glad you made the stipulation hockey genius as opposed to just overall. On the
no one in school would ever say I was.
The Dodge Intermission Report is coming up next. When we come back, guess who is coming back in the East? Eric Lindros has been cleared to play. He'll return. We'll talk about that when we return.
ESPN's coverage of the Stanley Cup Conference Finals is brought to you by Dodge, the official vehicles of the NHL. Dodge, different. By CCM, when you're born to play. And by Kyocera, where documents are going.
Welcome back, everybody. Great to have you with us. Game 5 in the Western Conference. In games 3 and 4, it took Colorado 26 shots to get a goal against Belfort. In this one, they scored on their 9th.
Sure didn't come easy, though.
No.
I mean, and it's not going to be easy for Colorado. They appear to have better jump. I mean, they've got more offensive weapons than Dallas, but when Eddie Belfour's in there, he equalizes. But true to his word, Ken Hitchcock played Mike Modano more than any forward. He's played so far more than any forward in this game. And as we had suspected, when we looked at the numbers, Peter Forsberg played more than any forward for the Avs. Mike Modano and Brett Hull, 2 wins, 5 goals, and 5 assists.
A great story Adam Foote is writing, Bill. Here he's played 9 minutes and 15 seconds of that first period, coming back from the injury the last game, and now playing more than any other player here in the first period of Game 5.
Well, and the reason for that, Gary, is that every time Mike Modano's out there, this is the one man, even more than Ray Bourque, that Bob Hartley wants out there. Adam Foote's explosive skating can match Mike Modano's just about, so that's why he has to play out there. I mentioned he hated that visor in the first period of Game 4. He said by the last 2 periods, period number 2, period number 3, he'd pretty well adjusted to it, to the point where he said, I'm going to be foolish if I don't consider wearing this thing full time as the game's getting faster.
Ray Bourque had a story in Colorado newspaper about wearing that shield as well. He took a shot a few years ago. Said once I had my face ripped open, no more questions about it. And we're underway. Second period. Avalanche lead at 1-0. John Clem picking up his second goal of this playoff year in the first of this series, giving them the lead. 11-5 the shots in favor of the Avs. That'll roll back to center. Hatcher back on D. He'll get some help on the back check. Skula was cutting. Deadmarsh reached in, couldn't get it. Deadmarsh came over, dumped it in the corner. Martin Skula, the defenseman, up ice here. Miller. Deadmarsh getting some help along the blue line as he covers up for Skula. There's Deadmarsh moving in. Puck cleared wide by Thornton to Nieuwendyk. Nieuwendyk's got to circle back in his own end. 4 shots for Stefan Yell, who also won 4 out of 5 draws. Deadmarsh, save made by Belfour. That was an odd man rush in a hurry. Podine in behind the net, taken away on the poke check. And out through center where Colorado will get it back. Dumped into the middle by Adam Foote off Reed. He'll be chased down in the corner. Reed came over, put the check on, helped hold the puck in. Down goes Yell, puck underneath him. Madonna, they're not going to blow the whistle on it. Madonna there for Dallas, reaching in to take it away. Podine on the other side of Madonna. Just kicked at it, dug it out. Madonna held onto his stick, and after a penalty-free first period, Mike Madonna is going to be called, I believe, for holding the stick. And if he is that a bad penalty?
And after a penalty-free playoff run for Mike Madonna.
He's on number 9 Dallas, 2 minutes instruction holding the stick.
That is exactly what it is. Thank you, Rob Schick, holding the stick after being penalty-free in the playoffs. Mike Madonna went to Colorado for games 3 and 4 and started to stack them up. Here's the play. Sean Podine made the right move here by falling down. I mean, he had an option. He could have let go of his stick and waited for Mike Madonna to drop it, but that's the only way to draw attention to it, is to really grip with the left hand and fall in the process.
Mike Madonna did not have a penalty in the playoffs until game 3 when he got 6 penalty minutes. Now he gets another one. Jamie Langenbrunner's got a leg injury. It's being evaluated, and he will not be back in this game.
Now there is a loss because Ken Hitchcock really wants to roll 4 lines, as does Bob Hartley. So now the Stars are down a man, and an important man, because Langenbrunner plays with Neuendijk.
Ray Bourque shot and a save made, but Belfort could not hang on to it. Third back in behind the net. Power play underway. Colorado. Raymond Bourque working one of the points. Ozil Lynch will be out there with him. That one fed out through center. Guy Cravito coming up after Keane had knocked it away. And they've got to clear the zone, and they do shorthanded. The penalty killing unit has been spectacular, as it was all year. Madonna at 119 with the first penalty of the game. And the Colorado Avalanche go on the power play, 3 for 23 in this series. On the power play, 40% of their playoff goals for the Avs have come on the power play. The one they've got tonight, a 5-on-5. Down to a minute 14 on the advantage. Ray Bourque will move it up. Bourque continues to eat up ice time. Only Foote had more than he did. Bourque had 8:39 in the first. Denmarsh intercepted Kirk Muller. Poke checked away. And a penalty coming on a high stick. It's going to go against Colorado. And the question is how many? Hatcher took a stick. His helmet came flying off. And that will cost the Avalanche 59 seconds of power play time.
Colorado, 2 minutes high stick.
The 2 guys that tangled in game 4, Adam Denmarsh and Darian Hatcher on that play. Not sure how hard Hatcher got hit in the face, but it was enough to pop the helmet off. That was enough for Rob Schick to call it. So that negates the Colorado power play. Dallas will end up with a power play in another minute. Upper corner here. Upper right. Oh. That happened so fast, even slow-mo, you could hardly see it.
Did he catch the helmet flush?
It almost looked like he caught the helmet cleanly and popped it right off without touching Hatcher in the face. Wow. But still, I mean, it's a high stick. That's a good call.
2:19. Time of the penalty. High sticking on Denmarsh. And a 4-on-4 situation. 4-on-4. First time we've had that in this game. That opens up the ice, of course, for the likes of the great skaters. Dropped back by Hayduk, who is one of those. Aaron Miller played it out into the middle. Drury tried to get to it, could not. Taken back, Drury on the left. Hayduk in. Hayduk crisscross with Drury. Backhand chance. Save made by Eddie Belfour. Off the near side wall. Dallas will get it. Turn it up ice here, trailing 1-0. They'll have a power play. The Stars will in 25 seconds. Hansen sent it in. Waugh came out. That puck, look at it, stopped back there, right behind the net. Played back up to Forsberg in the middle. Sacking. Forsberg. Forsberg in. Poke checked away from him. He got triple teamed. Brett Hull reached in from behind.
And he kind of skated into the coverage, too. I mean, sometimes Peter Forsberg wants to try to beat everybody, and he'll skate right into the coverage.
Intercepted. Both teams want to change it up, so that'll be sent in. Power play is underway now for the Stars. Their first of the game. It'll be a short one with 54 seconds left on the penalty to the Avalanche. Power play for Dallas. Dallas 2 for 16 in this series on the power play, and that goes up and out. All right, we're going to have a test on this. Memorize this. Stanley Cup Finals beginning May 30, Tuesday, ESPN at 8. June 1st, Game 2, ESPN at 8. Games 3 through whatever will be on ABC, starting with Game 3 on June 3rd, 8 o'clock. So So there you go.
All right, quickly, what time does Game 6 start?
8. They all start at 8 o'clock.
Very good. Just
that is a common denominator.
Just testing. Test 1, 2, test.
All right.
It's our ESPN ABC eye chart right there. Bit of a collision here between Adam Foote and Mike Modano moments ago. Adam Foote was calling for a penalty because when Mike Modano came out, got a little piece of Adam Foote, and then, oh gosh, I didn't see that part. I wonder why Adam Foote was calling for the penalty.
Yell's shot is deflected all the way from center. Up and into the seats. Mike Modano out there with 40 seconds on the power play for the Stars.
Adam Foote is still talking to Rob Schick, wanting some clarification on something.
Modo's out there, Foote's out there, huh?
Consistently. That is the one matchup. Adam Foote and Ray Bork against Mike Modano and whoever he is with. Darian Hatcher and Richard Matvichuk out there against Peter Forsberg, no matter who he is with. That is the way this series is matched up.
Lord Brosker, Dan Shankty, the linesman, having to step in here as the discussions go on. Just kind of floated over to the near side boards. Now Peter Forsberg's going to leave the ice under his own power, though. There's Forsberg who just skated across the ice.
And he's running off, so that is a positive sign if you're looking for any kind of sign of an injury. I mean, he actually did the jog back to the room.
Wow, holds it up. Power play underway. 1-0 Avs lead. First power play chance of the game for the Stars. Wide open. Zubov shot wide. Rebound Sador. Sador leaves it Hull. Zubov. The points are open on this power play. Zubov has been one unwilling to shoot. He's on top. Modano back to him. There he is to Hull. Hull, lot of room. Shot save. Rebound kick near side wall. And Fred Hull gets that open, that close. Look out. David Bork.
Something happened to Adam Foote. He can hardly move.
Down low. Power play is over. 5-on-5. Big hit on Sador. Hull. Save. Rebound. Score. Yuri Littner.
The Dallas Stars have something to cheer about in a big way. Adam Foote had to get tagged by somebody because he was on the limp. He recovered enough to really smack Yuri Letnin. Let's see this play. Here was Adam Foote going back. Brett Hull took him. And he came up limping. Almost like he might have twisted his knee or his foot. You could see he went to one knee on the play. See, he's in a lot of pain right here. But he recovered, and it looked like he was okay by the time this play happened. Brett Hull with a really good wrist shot because Letnin was there for the rebound. Nothing fancy. Get the puck to the net, have somebody there for the rebound, and Yuri Letnin got position on 2 different Colorado Avs. That's how smart he is. He paid a price after the fact. That's why there was shoving. Mike Modano and Sador were in there trying to retaliate against the Avs. But the Dallas Stars on a power play have tied it.
That is a big goal. 1-1. Ended up after the power play had expired. So it's going to be an even strength 5-on-5 goal. The penalty was only over by about 2 seconds. Anderchuk couldn't control. Back out on top. And Hatcher could not draw it back. Ended up rolling off his stick to center. Dallas getting back on side. Colorado the puck. Anderchuk. Anderchuk will send it in. Now Forsberg has not come back yet. Hayduk center. Right off Belfour's stick and he hangs on. We saw Forsberg dart off the ice. He's got a skate problem being fixed. The goal by Yuri Letnin at 4:26 is his first of the playoffs. And it's Hull and Modano who get the assists.
The big line. The big line is produced here for Dallas. We'll take one more look at the goal. Mike Modano with it in deep. Who does he look for first? Brett Hull. Brett Hull just wanted to get it in front to Patrick Watt. Tell you what, Patrick Watt could have put that rebound anywhere and gotten away with it, except for putting it to his right, which is exactly where Letnin was able to spin to.
Off the face-off, Serge Aubin. Aubin to Messier. Right back to him off Tanguay's stick. Roll to the side of the net. Keane from Keane got it up the ice, rather, knocked away by Messier, who was over there. Kirk Muller at a piece, couldn't get to it. Keane knocked it away again. Ozolinsh over to Klemmel's got the goal for Colorado, and that one ends up in the seats. So it took Colorado 9 shots to get a goal. It took Dallas 7, and they've tied it up.
Pretty good repair job by Dave Supernaut, the athletic trainer of the Dallas Stars, on the nose right here. Oh yeah, got a little bit of blood. We need to take care of it. You're looking good. You're looking really good. Cosmetically perfect at this stage, as good as it could be.
You know who you are. You know.
It's not how you feel, it's how you look.
Much better to look good than to feel good. Ray Bork sent it in, knocked away by Eddie Belfour. Though we got a 1-1 game in a series that's tied at 2-2. Kirk Muller's tip pass knocked down by Ozolinsh. Keane hitting. Muller trying to drive it in. Checking line out there for Dallas. Holds it in. Hatcher dumped it to the near side boards. Stubbing up Matvichuk. Matvichuk knocked it away. Denmark hadn't lost it, and that'll end up in the seats as well. Lots of souvenirs going into the seats here in this game. 14:09 left to go in period number 2. 1-1 NHL tonight. Coming up on ESPN2. John Barry and Ray will have more on Eric Lindros's return, a profile on Martin Brodeur, and an update as it looks like Gretzky is back in the game.
Well, Adam Foote is back on the ice, and that is good news for the Avs. When you look at guys that Colorado could not afford to lose for any length of time in a playoff run, obviously Patrick Roy, I think Peter Forsberg, Adam Foote, right there.
Miss him because he eats up so much great ice time. Joe Nieuwendyk on the draw, and he got it against Yell. Yell, who won 4 out of 5 in the first period, didn't win that one. Far side Morrow. Work put a hit on. Yell coming after the loose puck, got knocked off it, but at least drove it up the near side boards a bit. Brendan Morrow sent it down deep. Nieuwendyk came out. Nieuwendyk, Morrow cycling in the corner. Still holding it in. Roman Lyashenko helping, and Colorado able to drive it out to center. The ice has definitely been evened up here in this game with the goal that has tied it up. Hit by Podine. We've only had 2 penalties. Each team getting a power play chance, neither converting on it, but the Dallas goal coming just as the Colorado penalty expired. Morrow along the near side had it tipped away off Sakic's stick. Modano back out. Modano continues, 3 assists in the last game, and now he's added another one in this one. So Mike Modano still putting up points. Here's Sakic trying to spin around, got a shot off, not much on it. Cote, Anderchuk held up, and he's going to get a penalty anyway. Cross check. Anderchuk arguing, look, I let up. I tried not to drive him into the boards, but Anderchuk's going. Rob Schick is the referee. He'll make the call.
Colorado, 2 minutes, cross check.
Cote was in a dangerous spot, and that's why it was called.
Can you really get a car with precise rack and pinion steering, powered driver's seat, windows and locks, air, a great stereo, double overhead cam engine, and double wishbone suspension, all for under 17 grand? That's the word. From Dodge. Now, after $1,250 cash allowance, get a Stratus SE for only $16,555.
It's a scramble along the boards as both teams try to find the puck. Chipping away. Oh, what a hit by Junkin. And the puck comes loose. Scooped up by Davis. He's in all alone. He shoots. He scores! A great heads-up play by Davis.
Imagine you're a sheath of barley, and you're just hanging out and blowing around when all of a sudden you realize that you have absolutely no control over your destiny. I mean, you could end up as a muffin in Tucson or as a pizza crust in Des Moines. But then you remember you're Canadian barley. You grew up where the air's clean and the soil's rich. So you're comforted by the fact that you, without a doubt, will end up somewhere better.
This is it. Penalty shot is underway as Como tries to give his team the go-ahead goal. He circles in his own end and picks up the puck. Moves across the blue line. Fakes right. Goes left. Backhand shot. He scores! And the Nuggets take a 3-2 lead.
Here's the play that has put Dallas in the power play, and there has to be a zero tolerance for these kinds of pushes. Wasn't much of a hit, but Sylvain Cote was 10 feet of the boards and moving towards the boards. It is a dangerous play. Playoffs or not playoffs, I'm glad the NHL has clamped down on those kinds of hits from behind.
6:51, time of the call. Second power play for the Dallas Stars, who have scored 2 power play goals in this series, 2 for 17 on the power play against Colorado. 1-1 with 13:01 left to go. There you see the 3 for 35 on the playoff season. And for Dallas, their power play was 15% effective during the regular season and below that here in the playoffs. Faceoff comes back out to center ice. Madonna will be out to take it. Here's the time each team has had on the advantage. Really skewed by the game in which the Avs had the 10 consecutive power plays. But I guess fact isn't skewing. That's what happened. Zubov's got it. Zubov just doesn't want to shoot. Plays out on the top on the power play. Sador comes out. There's Zubov on the near side. Hall's got it. Zubov's reluctance to shoot allows penalty killers to back off. Shot saved by Waugh. Bodine will clear it out of there. Jere Lehtinen going for his second as he cut across the middle. That's some room. Belfour holds it up at the other end. 1:12 left to go in the Dallas advantage. Full house here at Reunion Arena. The series knotted at 2. Madonna sends it in. Patrick Waugh back to play it. Left it. Cleared around by Bort and out off Reed.
Notice how Patrick Waugh is not trying to get the puck out of the zone by himself nearly as much as he did in Denver. The glass here has partitions. It is soft. The puck does not stay up on it. So Patrick wants to tee it up and give it to his defenseman.
Sent back in behind the net again. Adam Foote still out on the penalty kill. Thornton's got the puck. Thornton, Neuendijk, near side Sador. He'll whistle it. Blocked out deep. Hit Marshall. Came back to Zubov. Zubov back over to Sador. And a penalty coming in front of the net. And it's going to be on Dallas. Adam Foote got knocked down. And Thornton is the man who's going to go.
Start in 2 minutes. Interference.
Boy,
Offensive interference.
Yeah, well, Dallas finally has a forward that can play the front of the net, but there it is. There's the cross-check on Adam Foote. Remember when Dallas used to have to put Darian Hatcher in front for some size, get the wide body in there? Well, Scott Thornton is big enough to play and strong enough to play the front, but it's so tough to get in there and get beat up all the time and not do anything to retaliate or to dish anything out yourself. So Thornton decided to beat Adam Foote to the punch, except it cost him.
4 teams, 10 years. Veteran Scott Thornton, 2 goals, 5 assists in the playoffs. Foote, and that'll create our second 4-on-4. With 34 seconds remaining on the Avs penalty, then they'll be coming up on a rather extended chance. So each team now with a couple of penalties charged to them here in this game. We're in the second period, tied at 1-1. Clem got the goal at 12:11 of the first. Colorado led 4:26. Jere Lehtinen from Hull and Madonna has tied this game up. 4-on-4 situation now. Drury looking for Hayduk. His pass blocked. He got it back. Drury comes. Blue line chance deflected off Hatcher's stick almost to the ceiling. That puck went all the way into the upper deck and about 6 rows from the top. Now that's a deflection.
You know what's interesting is that each team has negated their own power play by taking penalties. In special teams, you have to know if this is going to be a tight game, and it obviously looks like it is. We got 1-1 halfway through. Power plays are so valuable if you can get it done. Ray Bourque, Gary, you mentioned he wants to shoot more. Part of it was timing, having missed 18 days. But as soon as the Avs have the power play coming here, that is when we will really look for Ray Bourque to shoot. But if he is the lone defenseman back on the blue line, nobody is back there to set him up for his one-timer, which for so many years has been his bread and butter.
Hayduk trying to take that around the net and lost it. Cleared back over to Hull. Still 4-on-4 for another 10 seconds. Hatcher with it. Hatcher moved it in. Just shoved that one around Raymond Bourque. Wow, plays it back up far side. Madonna knocked it down. Hayduk came over and took it away. Got it up to Drury. Power play underway. Andrechuk banging his stick on the ice. Just came out of the box. Belfour came out to play. Cote to Madonna. So the power play underway for Colorado. Then it's 16 on it right now. Into the middle, Sakic tried to tip past to Forsberg and never got to it. And it will be cleared out. And Modano goes, oh, Jesus. It ended up going up and over the glass. The faceoff will come back in the Dallas end. Want to remind you, Saturday, ABC Sports and the National Hockey League take an in-depth look at the drama and passion leading up to the Stanley Cup. The great one, Wayne Gretzky and John Davidson preview the NHL's premier event. It'll be Stanley Cup 2000 Prelude Glory, Saturday, 4 Eastern and Pacific on ABC.
Talked to Sandis Ojulins this morning. He's kind of the freelancer on the power play for Colorado. He likes to get in behind people, down low, find a seam. He said the problem against Dallas is they've got such great penalty killing, and Guy Carbonneau, number 21, leaning in to take the draw here, is as good as it gets. He said he is so good.
Raymond Bourque thought about shooting. Held down as he got it to Sakic. Sakic drops it into the corner. Forsberg for Sakic. Deflected off the side of the net off Hatcher. Forsberg played it into the middle. Bourque's got to hustle to try and hold it in and can't.
See, Colorado seems preoccupied with making the pretty play. They just don't want to drive.
Forsberg got the chance, and it's held on to by Eddie Belfour.
And given the opportunity, that's what they have to do. But nice little plays and fancy plays once you get the puck down low. Dallas collapses everybody down. So when you get the chance, you got to grip it and rip it just like this. Still, Peter Forsberg needed to get that to the top of the net. Tell by his follow-through, it looked like he was trying to shoot it high and didn't get it but about a foot above the ice, and that was right where Eddie Belfour's glove was.
Eddie Belfour continues to pile up saves, 15 of them now midway through this game.
Peter Forsberg and Joe Sakic both admitted they didn't sleep very well Sunday night because they had golden opportunities from point-blank range and weren't able to finish him off in Game 4.
Nightmare chances. Drury won the draw back to Foot. Foot dropped it Ozolic. Ozolic a blast, and it's blocked. Ozolic holds it in after Lettinen had blocked it, and a whistle. No. Fans wanted the outside call, but it never came outside the zone. Short-handed. 30 seconds left to go. Modano moving through the middle. Two players tied up behind the play, so there's lots of ice. Hatcher just getting up. Ian Adam. Foot? No.
Dave
Vanderchuk. We're down behind the net. They got onside, though. Adam Foot sends it in. Back to get it is Belfour. Belfour off Vanderchuk's body. That goes over the glass, though, and the faceoff will stay in the zone with 8 seconds left on the Avs power play.
Dave Vanderchuk had a whole bunch of human being on top of him when he was in behind Eddie Belfour because it was Darian Hatcher. Here's the play. Vanderchuk got really taken hard, and that's the way you pop somebody off the puck. Hatcher and Vanderchuk about the same size. 6'5", 230.
Foot and Vanderchuk just continued their discussion before heading to the bench. They had to be separated by the linesmen who moved in. They were just talking. 9:51 to go in the period. 8 seconds left on the Stars penalty with a face-off to the left of Eddie Belfour.
But I can't remember a power play. I mean, in this series, Gary, there have been a couple where Colorado has come out and just really tried to crush the puck by Eddie Belfour and created 5 or 6 good scoring opportunities on the power play. Dallas has been superior, and look at this.
Penalty right there in the interference call, and another bad penalty that had nothing to do with the play. The puck was already out at center ice. Serge Aubin was...
It's a minor penalty on an interference.
Serge Aubin was just cutting in front of Eddie Belfour, and he got taken out. And another power play coming here with 1 second left on the Stars' first penalty. Now another 2 go up.
Well, the table is being set for Colorado on their power play. If they do not win this series, they can come back. They can look back and trace part of the loss to the power play. I mean, they haven't lost the series yet, but their power play, I think, needs to do something. There's the takedown by Mike Keane. Without their power play moving, without Colorado's power play doing something, it is going to be very difficult to beat the Dallas Stars 5-on-5.
Well, we'll have a 2-man advantage for 1 second. Now, that may matter because the face-off is to the right of Eddie Belfour. And there's time before Thornton can get out of the box for Colorado to win the draw, get a chance, while Thornton's trying to get back out into the play.
Thornton's not usually a penalty killer, but he's going to have to be one here because they can't afford to get him to the bench here in the second period and then have a player get all the way to the end.
So a big face-off, and Sakic did win it. Thornton is out of there, bounced up in the air, a Carbonneau out the center. So they take care of that problem. Now the power play at a 5-on-4, 2-on-1 down low. Sakic shot. Detmarsh was open on the other side. Rebound went by. Thornton stays out, moves it up, lost control. Ozolinch back.
Gary Thornton went to the bench. Everybody thought he was going to get over. He turned back into the play. Kirk Muller jumped on him for a couple of seconds. They had too many men, but he got off quickly.
Raymond Bork over the head of Belfour, and that'll be whistled in the offside. Third power play of the game for the Colorado Avalanche, who have scored just 3 power play goals. And this their 26th chance in this series.
Colorado is up to about roughly 45 minutes of power play time in this series. They've scored 3 goals, but 3 goals in 45 minutes of power play time is not necessarily spectacular.
Not at the effective rate they had during the regular season. And Dallas has now killed off 10 consecutive power play chances of Colorado, including the 2 so far tonight. And that one will be sent the distance. A 1-1 game, 9 minutes to go in the second period of this game 5 in a series that's tied at 2-2. We will definitely be back in Colorado Thursday night. There will definitely be a game 6. It'll be dumped in by Martin Skula. Gary Lettman, who's got the goal for Dallas, had it blocked off the back of Adam Foote. It came. Power play being set up here along the near side wall. No room for Milan Hajduk. Modano got help from Lettman. Couldn't get it down low, all alone in front. Skula couldn't get it out to him. Martin Skula had nobody within 10 feet.
But Sergei Zubov did such a great job on Chris Drury, and he knew where Drury was trying to go with it. And Chris Drury never was able to make the pass.
Anderchuk and Matvechuk squaring off all the way up at the other blue line. Then Carbonneau hits Anderchuk. Now Anderchuk's got to join the play here. Colorado's going to be offside. Nope, they got back on. Forsberg in. Forsberg trying to come to the middle. Got double team. Sakic came up to help. Sakic back up to the point. Raymond Bork. 20 left on the power play. Ozolinch wide open. Shot. Belfour knocked it down into the corner. It'll be played up and out. 13 seconds left on the power play. Back to get it is Raymond Bork. Off the near side boards. Colorado's going to have to hustle to get a shot here on the power play. Sakic again. Deadmarsh goes to the middle. Sakic trying to find it. Cross ice block. Forsberg just muscled that one away, but Hatcher gets it out, and here's Keane, who just came out of the box. Mike Keane to Hatcher, deflected away again, sent in offside on Lettman.
The Avs may end up learning the hard way in this series that against the Dallas Stars penalty killers, they have such superior penalty killers. There are no passing seams. There are no passing lanes. You've got to drive the puck on Eddie Belfour and hope to get somebody there for a rebound. That is not what the Avs have been doing in this game, and as a result, their power play doesn't look any good at all.
Time to get out of line and into an agile, well-equipped, entertaining Dodge Stratus. It takes your drive in a whole different direction. Now, after $1,250 cash allowance, get a Stratus SE for only $16,555.
Imagine that you are pure glacial water, and you're just hanging out contemplating the meaning of your existence when you start wondering, what's my purpose here? So you're hoping you'll end up as the ice that a playoff hockey game is played on. Or maybe you'll end up as bathwater for a supermodel. But if you play your cards right, stay really pure, and get a few lucky breaks along the way, who knows? You might even end up somewhere better.
First shine you can't stop looking at? Wet Tire Shine and A to Z Wheel Cleaner. For me, one.
Somebody is going to leave here tonight with a lead in this series. We're here to find out who. Game 5, Avalanche Stars tied at 1 apiece. And the faceoff will come outside the Colorado line. Clem at 12-11. His first goal of the series for Colorado in the first period. Dallas, Yuri Lettinen, his first goal. Not only of this series, but of the playoffs.
You notice in this period how the pace is kind of ground down. I mean, we got a lot of stoppages. I mean, it's choppy. No sustained skating. Not much skating room for either team. Exactly how Dallas wants to play this.
And it is really humid. I mean, it is a humid building once they filled it up here. The ice looks like it's holding up fairly well. But while the altitude may have had its impact in Denver, the humidity is going to have some impact on these players as this game goes along. And a 100-degree day in Dallas. In behind the net, Manson will come back to play it. Up the near side. Oops. Went down on the ice. Nieuwendyk fell on the pass that was coming his way. Nieuwendyk put the hit on its center. Brought back in by Forsberg. He gets stood up by Manson. Colorado changing on the fly here up ice. Wow, will let that one go. Nope, decides he better get a piece of that in. Got a piece of the linesman as well. Hatcher sent back in way offside. This will be whistled. 18-8. Shots in favor of the Avs, but as has happened in the last 3 games, it's 1-1. I want to remind you, our Trip.com intermission report coming up. Barry's analysis and the Devils' reaction to the return of Eric Lindros of the Flyers.
Before this hockey game, Ken Hitchcock, the head coach of the Stars, said this man, Peter Forsberg, has become a force in this series. That is why, you know, every chance a guy like Dave Manson gets, he's going to try to take him and take him hard. Same with Darian Hatcher. Richard Matvichuk on that play. And then Matvichuk, watch this slash by Matvichuk. Crunch. Looked like he got him right on the laces. There's not much padding on the tongue of your skate, too. Those slashes can break your feet. But that's the way they want to play Peter Forsberg hard. That's why you don't see Zubov and Sidor very often playing against Peter Forsberg. They'd rather have more physical Dave Manson out there if he can't get Hatcher against him.
Played back by Raymond Bourque. Peter Forsberg is out on the ice now with 6:28 to go in the period. Far side, that's Forsberg to Deadmarsh. Drury on the right on this line. Richard Matvichuk coming back. Deadmarsh there, cleared around the near side. Adam Foote on the step up. Poked by him and out of the zone by Jari Lehtinen. Chased down and has to be played. Bourque takes it back in behind the net. So again, 1-1. Goals have come hard this playoff year, as is the norm, where defense is what is generally highlighted. Goals are down about 3/4 of a goal a game, and Nieuwendyk shot that one high on wide. Joe Nieuwendyk on a turnover was wide open. Deadmarsh up for Tanguay. Nieuwendyk the check. Serge Aubin on the other side off the wall. Zubov intercepted. Skula got a piece. Zubov had it right behind him. Sends it in. Waugh's going to have to move out on this and hang on as Nieuwendyk and Thornton were moving in.
Man, not much room for either team, especially in the neutral zone. And boy, is the hitting picking up. That's Grant Marshall on the right and Eric Messier on the left. Little set to here after the whistle. But there is Scott Thornton. He thought he had Adam Deadmarsh lined up. He did, but Deadmarsh got the shoulder right into Thornton, and down went number 17. Crunch.
We have the best prices in town.
We definitely have the lowest prices anywhere. When customers come into BOW, depending on what the price is at the competitors, will meet or beat that price.
Boatner's Warehouse is very competitive in their pricing.
Bottom line is, you'll find it less.
This month's special Texaco 30-weight and 40-weight engine oil, 5-gallon pails, an unheard of $29.99. Call 1-800-BOATS-99. Boat Owners Warehouse, everything marine.
We're Quick & Riley, the discount broker that gives you more for less. And now you can trade online for as little as $14.95. Plus, our personal brokers can help you in a number of ways. Stop by any one of our 117 investor centers or place trades 24 hours a day by phone or on the internet. Get the research you need free, plus really low commissions. In Davie, call Ken Metrock at 472-9600 and click with Quick.
If you're ready to lose weight, muscle up, and get back into shape, I've got a free video you're going to love.
Introducing a winning fitness strategy.
You got to eat healthy, drink plenty of water, and most importantly, strength train with Bowflex.
Strength training adds muscle. Not only does your shape look better, you actually increase your metabolism.
Hey, I'm 41, and I'm in the best shape of my life. And I can tell you, Bowflex really does work.
For a free video and brochure on the machine that can help you get into great shape at any age, call right now.
Serge Aubin has picked up a penalty in the scrum that took place after the whistle. He goes for boarding at 14:21. This will be the third power play opportunity of the game for the Dallas Stars. Neither team has converted. Each have had 3 chances on the advantage. 2 for 18. Juan knocked that one away. Sador stepped up. Sador got tripped up that time, but held the puck in as he went over Sean Podine. 1-2-2 power play. Hull on the near side. There he is. Score! 2-1 Stars.
Yikes! What a laser! And Mike Modano was looking for him. This is a perfect play for Brett Hull. He goes low, then he comes up high, and he button hooks into the slot looking for that one-timer coming from Modano because he knows Mike Modano will look for him. And this puck was just crushed into the net so hard. It came out as quickly as it went in. Mike Modano's waiting for Brett Hull to make his hook. And then he made the turn. Wham! Patrick was 0 chance. They sent Sador to the net to try to draw coverage and create some room for Brett Hull. The switch was made once Hull made his little button hook, and bang!
Brett Hull is now tied Mike Bossy with 85 playoff goals, tied for 5th all-time. And he is also tied for the playoff high in goals now with 8. Ozolic a chance, and that deflects high off the glass. A power play goal. Brett Hull found that space on which he has lived in the NHL. Keane got decked, sent to the near side corner, looking for the clear. Dallas. Guy Cravado the other way. Keane over. Ozolic put the hit on. Puck came. Hayduk held it in. Cravado got right back up to help out. John Clem knocked it away. 14-41. Hull gets his 4th of this series and his 8th of the playoffs. And a power play goal coming at 14-41.
And now Colorado's problems on their power play are even magnified by that power play goal by Dallas.
Modano and Sador got the assists. So Modano had 3 assists in the last game. Has added 2 more in this game. Colorado will take it back at center. Colorado got the first goal, but the next 2 have been scored by the Stars. Peter Forsberg. Forsberg coming around. Forsberg a shot. Got blocked out deep. Never got through and flipped out. Sador blocked it and then cleared the zone. Patrick Roy's got to cover it. The other end. He lost it. Nordijk went flying over him as the puck squirted free. Roy thought he had it covered.
Boy, the Dallas Stars have stabilized. I mean, they stabilized after Colorado scored in the first period. This has been a grinding game, and Bob Hartley's guys have not gotten it done in the power play, and as a result, Dallas is bottling them up. Oh, look at that. Patrick Watt thought he could scoop the puck up even when it was flat on the ice. But Bob Hartley's guys have not been able to get it done 5-on-5 or the power play, and Dallas now is taking this game away from them.
This is the period in which Colorado has been their best in goal scoring. They've had 16 goals in the second period, the most of any playoff team, but not this one. As it's the Stars who have put 2 up, and again the conversations continue on the ice.
You know, we talked about the glass and the boards here being a factor. Here's how the power play goal started for Dallas, with Colorado winning the draw. Ray Bourque back, he got it high in the glass. Sucker just died. It died before it even got to Sergei Zubov. He kept the play alive, went to Mike Modano, and with Daryl Sador already in front, I don't think it would have mattered if Patrick Roy had seen where this play was shaping up and who it was coming to at all. Brett Hull with just an incredible delivery and a laser for a shot.
Hull now leads all scorers in the playoffs. He came into this game tied for first with Mark Recchi of Philadelphia. Recchi's got 17 playoff points. Another one added by Hull, his 18th. And the faceoff will come to the right of Roy once we get something taken care of behind Eddie Belfour. Apparently there's some light that's coming through the portals here that are blocked by drapes. And Don Koharski's getting those curtains closed.
Now you can see the sun shining. Yeah, it's almost always a light issue. Either a camera or somebody with a light. And a guy like Patrick Roy would notice that immediately. And I'm sure Patrick Roy alerted the refs.
Manson will hold it in. Got it behind the net. Raymond Bourque over. Marshall moved up on him. Podine chipped it out. And back to get it. Manson in behind his own net. 3:43 left to go here in the second period. Dallas Stars with a 2-1 lead. And again, being outshot 18-10. That has not affected their ability to get a lead. Big time hit it. Couple of them there at the other end. Involved in the first one was Grant Marshall, and in the second, Joe Nieuwendyk. Speaking of hitting, let's check in with Brian England downstairs. Brian?
Guys, one of the things I thought that had to improve for the Dallas Stars in this playoff is that the play of Matvichuk and Hatcher. They are two guys that certainly can be punishing at any time, but they hadn't done it as often as I thought until tonight. Hatcher's really been running at guys along the wall and in the open ice. He's had a big effect out there. He's got the Colorado Avalanche players with their heads up. Matvichuk is a horrible guy to play against. He's punished guys all around in front. And when things don't go right, who better to have in the right spot to clean things up than these two guys? I think that their level of play has been better tonight than it has been in some of the other games earlier on in the series.
Brian, they're the leaders in the physical department, and other players follow them. Look at Grant Marshall with that crushing hit on Martin Skula just moments ago, and everybody is into the act. The Dallas Stars have not looked like a particularly hungry team to be in this series. They look like they're starving right about now. Man, are they taking it to the app physically too. 3:25 left to go. And Joe Sakic and his line continue to look for the elusive even strength goal. Stars have the 2-1 edge. Sakic kicked away the pass. Cleared over to Hayduk, but it'll go by him to Sador. Sador pinned up by Hayduk. Dumped back in. Modano giving chase. Bourque behind the net. Up the near side. Couple of forecheckers were in. Forcing Adam Foote to send that out, and it'll be an icing call on the touch up by Zubov. In the first period, there was a moment when the Avs looked as though they were going to dominate this game. Here in the second period, the Stars have come back and taken that away from them. And now there's pressure everywhere. Colorado is icing the puck. They can't get it through the neutral zone. If they do, they have to make sure they get it in deep to get a forecheck going. Because Dallas has the big boa constrictor D working right now with a 2-1 lead. They got pressure on the forecheck. If Colorado's able to get it to the blue line, they got pressure in the neutral zone. It'll be really difficult for Colorado unless they stick to a very simple, smart game plan, which is get the puck simply and quickly to center. And if you can get the red line, get it in.
Both of these teams are 7-1 on their home ice in the playoffs, and Dallas has given up only a goal a game coming into this in games played here. And there's another dump to the other end. Hatcher back to get it, looking to see if there was icing, and there wasn't. Keane trying to drive it out. Ozolinsh held it in momentarily. That'll be whistled as it came outside the line. And offside or a high stick.
Yep, I think it was just touched with a high stick. But now the Avs are having trouble even getting to center ice. And now the Dallas Stars are looking like the team that won the Stanley Cup last season. That skating room that Bob Hartley's guys had in the first period, gone. Ray Bourque had pressure on him from Brett Hull. Put it up the side to Adam Foote. There was pressure on Adam Foote. Adam Foote tried to throw it blindly into the middle. Went all the way down.
Faceoff will come outside. The Dallas line, Mike Modano. Draw will be won by the Avs. Turned back in by John Clem. Far side loose. Zubov came over and found it. Tried to clear it out of there. Came to Hayduk instead. Hayduk lost it second. Back for Hayduk. Big pressure here by Dallas defensively, though. And that'll be chipped out. Patrick Roy is going to have to play it. Roy cleared it up the near side, or tried, and that could be a delay of game. He shot it over the glass. Nobody else touched it.
He shot it over the glass that is not as high as it is in his home rink in Denver at the Pepsi Center. But this one went up flat on the blade of the stick of Patrick Roy, and he kind of lifted it with his follow-through. That's the nightmare when the puck ends up flat. And if you're not paying attention, your follow-through is going to lift it up high. Watch this. See how it flipped up flat on his blade just as he was about to deliver it. And it cleared the side glass here, which is shorter than the glass in Denver. He might have been saved in Denver at the Pepsi Center because that did not clear the glass by very much.
So it is an automatic delay of game call. The netminder puts it into the seats without it having been touched by anybody else. And that comes at 17:39. Last power play chance. The goal was picked up by Hull. This is going to be power play number 4 for the Dallas Stars. And with 2:21 to go in the period, they've got the full time needed on this power play to extend their lead to 2. Sador leaves it for Hull. Hull trying to go cross ice. Did shot deflected. Madonna. Mike Madonna wide open. Great pass by Hull. At a foot far side. Madonna tied him up. Yell trying to dig the puck out. Good. Madonna centering pass covering Podine. And he clears.
Can you see the difference in the penalty kill? The one thing you almost never can do against the Dallas penalty killers is find a seam to make a pass from one side of the ice to the other. When Dallas has the power play, they've already scored one, Brett Hull's goal, and that time Madonna almost got one off the seam pass.
Colorado's penalty kill, 85%. Now 85% in the regular season. Been the same in the playoffs. Cross ice, Madonna. Sador in the offside now. Zubov on top. Loose in behind the net. Sador wide open. Sador never got to him. Again, that puck just dying. Ends up going off Sador, and the face-off will be at center.
You know, a year ago at this time, we wouldn't have been talking about the difference in buildings because the old McNichols Arena in Denver was a carbon copy of this Reunion Arena. But this is a shot of the glass in Denver, the Pepsi Center, and it is seamless, meaning there are no partitions on the end glass. See, you can almost get perfect sight lines through the glass. So the puck stays up on the glass, and the glass is harder. It is higher on the sides. There are the sides at the Pepsi Center, which are higher than the glass here. Patrick Waugh. I know Patrick Waugh didn't even plan on putting the puck that high, but were he at home, he might have been saved by the glass at the Pepsi Center.
Minute left on the power play. Minute 20 left to go in the period. Kicked away by Hatcher. Colorado shorthanded. Hayduk on the far side. Hayduk and Sakic out on the penalty killing unit. Cote will chase that one down into the zone. A 2-1 lead for the Stars. 44 left on the power play. They've got the full period to use. They need it in this power play. 1 minute left to go in the period. Miller trying to center. Had it blocked. Thornton over there along with Yuri Lettman. Held in. 30 left on the advantage. Looking in the middle. Lettman set up in front. Thornton could not get it to him. Neuendijk's open. Shot deflected by Thornton off the glass. Near side to Hatcher. Hatcher back in behind the net. Intercepted, but not out. Hatcher held it right along the line. Cote dropped it down low. Neuendijk centered. Bounced. Comes back on top to Hatcher. 8 left on the power play. Still an advantage. Lettman trying to find some room in the high slot area. Shot deflected on the attempt to get it to him. Hayduk will chase down. Power play is over. So they do not convert on that one. Stars still lead at 2-1. And we're down to 15 to go in the period, and that'll be whistled on the offside. A reminder, the coverage of the Stanley Cup Playoffs on ESPN continues tomorrow. The Flyers and Devils go at it. Flyers lead 3-2 in that series. That'll be at 7 o'clock Eastern. Eric Lindros expected back. And Thursday, we'll be back in Colorado for Game 6, 8 o'clock Eastern. Exclusive coverage of both games on ESPN. Now for Bob Hartley, he got the 4 lines out in the first period, but when you get behind, he is forced to have to play his Stars more than he might have wanted to in the second period. And in the third, if they go in down 2-1, his Stars are going to have to rise to the occasion tonight because the Stars here at home have got the lead. Back it comes to Matvichuk to Hatcher. Hatcher, the attempted high flip. He got leveled over there against the boards by Denmarsh. Puck still up against it with 3.6 left to go.
Denmarsh took a real good shot at Darian Hatcher. Hit him pretty hard. These guys just don't like each other. They've fought on and off during their careers, including in Game 4 2 days ago in Denver. Peter Forsberg had his stick chopped out of his hand by Mike Keane on this faceoff, so he went over with Denmarsh without his stick, but Denmarsh really sideswiped Darian Hatcher and got a big piece of him. All Darian Hatcher wanted to do was make sure he kept the puck in front of him down to 10 seconds to go. Just make sure nobody beats you. Keep the play in front of you.
Neither of these teams has lost a game where they've had a lead going to the third in this playoff year. Both are 9-0. And the Stars are a couple seconds away from having that lead. Ray Bork's shot is blocked, and we've completed 2. Second period goals by Lettman and Hull. After Clement scored in the first for Colorado. And the Dallas Stars will go to the third period with a 2-1 lead. John and Barry.
All right, guys, so 2-1 is the lead. Let's point the spotlight at Mr. Brett Hull, because in the last 5 periods, he has 3 goals and 2 assists.
Well, the two guys, and Belfour's getting most of the credit for Dallas being where they're at. Belfour's giving him a chance. But don't forget, the 2 mistakes Colorado made in Game 4 went on Brett Hull's stick and ended up in the net. Tonight, you just see what this guy adds to a team. Dallas got him to score big goals. What's happened? He scored the goal that won them the Stanley Cup last season, and I think he scored them the 3 biggest goals so far of this playoff season for the Dallas Stars. He's one of those guys that don't need 5 or 6 chances to score. 1 chance will get Brett Hull 1 goal.
19 points now for Brett Hull in the playoffs. That is tops among the leading scorers in the league. Coming up, the Trip.com intermission report. We're going to talk about the East once again. Eric Lindros is coming back. More on that from the Jersey side in a moment.
The web has more users in its first.
ESPN's coverage of the Stanley Cup Conference Finals is brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer. ESPN's coverage of the Stanley Cup Conference Finals is brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NHL. And by Mailboxes Etc. At Mailboxes Etc., we get it done, and we get it done right.
Welcome back to Dallas, where they hope to celebrate a victory tonight and a lead in this season series. They can win 1 more period of this game. They're going to go up 3-2 and be that close to capturing that cup again. 2-1 lead as we go to the third period. Sometimes the series takes on a storyline here, and it's happening over the last 3 games against these 2 teams, because Colorado continues to get shots, continues to get scoring chances. What they don't get are the goals.
And now to complicate matters, though, in that period, the chances in the shots are starting to dry up because Dallas is starting to play their game. So while Colorado can say, look, we're getting our chances, it's just Eddie Belfour, we're going to keep shooting, we're going to keep shooting high, the chances are starting to dry up. Colorado on their power play, they had 3 power plays. They've had 3 shots. I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see how this series ultimately shakes down. Wouldn't it be something if the Colorado Avs look back and said, you know, our problem was our own power play? I mean, who would have thought?
And it may exactly be that and this man, because Brett Hull now leads all scorers this playoff year. And Dallas 8-0 in the last 8 games when he scores a goal. Well, he's got a goal and an assist in this game as he picked it up at 14:41. Their power play goal. Clem, the one for Colorado. Yari Lettinen and Hull have had the 2 goals for the Dallas Stars. So, third period. A game in which Ken Hitchcock said we have got to win here at home, because I do not like our chances if we go back to Colorado down in this series. Adam Foote back out. Sador. Sador plays it back near side to Zubov. Just underway here in the third period. Brett Hull will dump it in. Patrick Waugh back in behind the net to hang on. Waugh is now against Colorado against Dallas, rather 5-6. Under 500 in playoff games against the Stars, while Eddie Belfour is 500 at 8-8. Off the near side, Keen's got it. Deflected off the high stick. No, Ozolic didn't get it. It'll be played by Clem with Guy Carbonneau up on the check back for Sandis Ozolic. Guy Carbonneau going to put a hit on the far side on Clem. Both went down. Here's Forsberg up the near side. Drury. And again, the quiet Colorado Avs are still that as they look for Sakic and Hayduk and Drury. Find a way to get some points and help out with the offense here. Up the near side. Keen's got it. He'll gain the red and just dump that one down the wall. And again, Waugh goes back in behind the net. Oh, lost it. Oh, close. Kurt Muller. Muller had it. Just lost it as he tried to bring it out in front for a chance. Hansen gets it over to Hatchet. Sent in, takes a weird hop right in towards Waugh.
That's why Patrick Waugh can't leave the net and go behind. That hit a strut that separates the glass and is almost to carry him on goal.
Fortunately for him, he was still standing in there, and it did go wide. Back in behind the net comes Cote. Elon Hayduk playing at a -3 coming into this series. Chris Drury has had 1 assist so far in this series. Alex Tanguay has had nothing in this series. All 3 big offensive players during the regular season.
Dallas now will have people in the neutral zone trying to cut the ice in half. That is their game, especially with the lead. You got to get the puck in the air if you're trying to get it from one side of the ice to the other, and even then you might not get it through if you got a guy like Guy Carbonneau there. See where he is? He's just dead center in the middle of the ice, almost on the face-off dot. And Colorado tried to get it boards to boards, and Carbonneau just picked it. And this is the play off the glass we were talking about. Derian Hatcher's high shot. Look at that. And missed by a few feet. But Patrick Waugh sees one of those. He says, look, I can't anticipate and get around. In Colorado, that would have been up around the glass and behind the net.
Joe Sakic moves it in. Anderchuk on the other side. His shot blocked. Sakic behind the net, trying to bring it in front. Score! Hayduk! There's one of those players Colorado needed to get on the board. Milan Hayduk, 2-2.
And Joe Sakic made it happen. Joe Sakic stayed with the play. His first shot was blocked. Here it is right here. Colorado's so good at that little one-touch to a speeding man in the neutral zone, but Daryl Sydor made a good play, and then he got beat. Joe Sakic was able to leave Daryl Sydor behind, and Sakic found Hayduk out in front. Check this out. After making a real good defensive play, Daryl Sydor misread Joe Sakic's direction, let him go. Nobody picked up Hayduk in front. And the Colorado Avs have tied it. Now it'll be interesting to see what happens to this game.
This is the first time in this series that the game has been tied in the third period. Cleared around. Milan Hayduk, a -9 in the playoffs coming into this game, comes up with his first even strength goal of the playoffs and the first point he's had in 3 games. Looking again in front, Forsberg to Drury. Shot saved by Belfour. Drury decided, hey, Hayduk's on there. Time to catch up. Belfour holds it up in behind the net.
Well, this is where Dallas has to hold, because you know Colorado's going to come at them. They've got that big adrenaline rush. Chris Drury got super wood on that shot, and Eddie Belfour just stoned him.
Mike Keane on the intercept at center. Dallas trying to change up their D here. Madonna will rag that one back a bit to give him time. Bounced in Morrow. Morrow lost it to Podine. In the corner, Podine picks it up. Intercepted Madonna in front. Knocked it away. Brendan Morrow was cutting to the net. Lyashenko falls down. Morrow, Lyashenko, and Madonna on this line for Dallas. Lyashenko doing battle over there with Aaron Miller. They continue that into the corner. Miller decks him. Puck still sitting against the wall, and Lyashenko got up and found it. Roman Lyashenko. Brendan Morrow knocked away by Miller. Ozolinch picked it up and finds a little room to get it out. Both teams need a line change here. Brought in, Reed, save Belfour. Played by Manson, goal at 2:19. Hayduk's second of the series, 4th of the playoffs. And Joe Sakic picks up an assist. Knocked down by Raymond Bourque. Sakic, 1 goal in the last dozen games. Assists on that one. Centering pass blocked by Sydor. Marshall the hit, Sydor the puck. Sydor behind the net. 4 minutes into the third period, and a game tied at 2-2. Chase down John Clem, icing call coming. And maybe a penalty. Back up ice, call was made. Have no idea.
I think he's pointing at Dave Anderchuk.
A tripping call. And Anderchuk following him on the ice is the one.
Wow. Crucial calls here. Crucial calls. Going to go back and take a look at the goal that has tied this hockey game. This is what the Avs love to do, and you can beat a trap this way very well. Here's Adam Foote getting ready for the pass here to Hayduk. Joe Sakic, meanwhile, is going to get speed up and come through the neutral zone, so it'll go Hayduk to Sakic once he gets it, and they just one-touch it. See, just a little chip to Joe Sakic. Then Hayduk has to try to get up on the play because he wants to get it back from Sakic. Sydor with a good defensive play, and then a great move by Sakic to leave him in the dust. Both Mike Modano and Brett Hull looked like they were within a reaching distance of Milan Hayduk, but nobody took them.
Now Anderchuk goes, and this tripping penalty was at the other end of the ice. It was backed down by Eddie Belfour, and it's 4:16 the time of the call, and the big power play of the game for the Dallas Stars, who have scored a power play goal. And the game tied at 2. A big call. Zubov saved by Waugh. Sydor on the far side. Madonna behind the net, cut off by Bourque. Puck played up and out by Stefan Yell. Power play underway, Dallas. You see the Stars 1 for 4. Avalanche 0 for 3 in this game. Foot gloved it down. Sakic played it out. Reed and Sakic, the penalty killers up front. Back over it comes to Zubov. Down to 1:17 on the advantage for Dallas. Zador tried to send it in. It blocked by Reed. Came back right out. Reed knocked it away. Zador reaching back. Couldn't get it. Set up ice by Clem. Good job by the penalty killers in the first minute of this power play anyway. Zubov. Both teams change up. Looking in front. Grant Marshall. That deflected. Here's Matt Tkachuk. That's blocked by Yell. Rebound back to the point. Zubov got it. Points open again. Shot. Wah. Save. Loose rebound. Podine. And Podine clears. Brendan Morrow found himself alone down low on that rebound chance.
But a big effort by Stefan Yell in the one block. Joe Nieuwendyk. Don't know how close he came, but he tried a sharp angle shot. Tried to squeeze it between Patrick Law and the post.
Cote up. 24 left on the power play. Foot takes Cote out hard. Nobody along the near side point. Forsberg in the intercept. He gets hauled down by Modano. No call. Brought back out by Adam Foote. And just chipped in by Hayduk. Down goes Matt Tkachuk. Played by Modano. 6 seconds left on the Dallas power play. 1 for 4. This is their big chance to get that lead back here. And they're offside as the power play expires.
Scott Thornton standing there. There he is. He wanted the puck. He was really on the tear going up the boards. Mike Modano decided he wanted to carry it, and you have to respect the center. I mean, especially if it's Mike Modano. You've got to stay onside and you've got to wait. Well, it's hot here. You know, these players are really sweating a lot and trying to conserve their energy by drinking fluids, but that doesn't stop them from playing this kind of game when they get on the ice, at least if your name is Adam Foote.
Harvey. Hey, Ted.
That was my last one.
Moving on, guys. He's dry.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down.
Eat it.
Make it a Bud Light.
Okay, some dreams can't come true, but if you want to go to the Olympics, yours can with Visa, the only card accepted at the Olympic Games.
Tacoma 4x4. There's no bigger rush.
Joe Sakic leading face-off man for Colorado through two periods. 9 out of 14 for him. 8 out of 13 for Yell. Same for Chris Drury, as 60% of the draws have gone the way of the Avs, and they win another. Back comes Hull. Hull on the check on board. Came to Foote. Modano reached behind him. Hayduk trying to clear. Yuri Lettinen had it for a moment. Back out to center. Anderchuk. Anderchuk coming. Anderchuk drops it. Screen. Sakic just missed. He went wide side center. Anderchuk tipped it, but he went over Eddie Belfour's net. Third back to center board. Off his stick, Modano. Yuri Lettinen. Lettinen's in. Shot. That one saved by Waugh. Yuri Lettinen with a screamer along the ice. Anderchuk tries to pick it up and a whistle. And a penalty.
I think Colorado's going back into the penalty box here. Boy, Dallas is going to get another crack at it here on the power play.
Colorado's got a minor penalty high stick.
And that would be on Adam Foote. Perhaps their most valuable penalty killer. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Not only did he get the stick up in the shirt, that wasn't the call, but then he came up right under the chin of Yuri Lettinen. So Adam Foote, who's just an incredibly valuable penalty killer, because of the way he clears traffic in front. There's Yuri Ledin. Gosh, where's he bleeding this time? On the side of his head? Remember we showed him getting his nose patched up earlier? Right in the temple on the right side. Oh. Check Adam Foote out here. He gave him a push with his stick, and they came up. Bam! That stick got all the way around the right side of his head and cut him on the far side.
A busy night for Yuri Ledin. Adam Foote is out of there. The high sticking at 6:53. This is the 6th power play of the game for Dallas. They are 1 for 5 in this game and 3 for 21 in the series. 5 shots on the power play, 5 of the 14. They continue, the Stars do, to be outshot 21-14. The attempted clear rebounded onside Marshall. Very Bork on him. Bad break right there for Colorado, trying to get it out. Yell knocked down. Aaron Miller finds room. And Eddie Belfour will come out to play it. Cote in behind the net. We're 2-2 with 12:44 left to go here in the 3rd period. And Dallas nearly back-to-back power plays here. Waugh off the glass. Bounced right back into the middle. Nieuwendyk had it. Taken away, Reed and Bork.
Those high clears, there's no way. There's no way in this building to get a high clear like that, one of those high rims out of the zone.
Looks like it just finds odd angles every time. Plus it's dead, and you never know where it's going to go. See what he does with this. Oh, pops it up. Hull's got it. Hull looking back out on top. Zubov over to Cote. Zubov deflected wide. Brendan Morrow is set up in front. Anderchuk the hit. Raymond Bork the puck. Zubov can't hold it.
Patrick Waugh looked like he wanted to stick handle it out of the zone that last time.
You can tell that Waugh does not know what to do with the puck anymore. And for a guy who relies on handling the puck as much as he and his teammates do, that's a big minus for Colorado. Modano, not quite. Modano poke checked away by Miller. Power play with 32 seconds left on it. John Clem has got a goal tonight. That's what he does with it, all the way down to Belfour. Zubov will come back to help. Both teams changing with 23 left on the advantage for Dallas. Zubov moves it out. Nieuwendyk out with it. Colorado lined up, forcing the dump in. John Clem, Ray Bork took down Zubov. There they are colliding again. Cleared out of there, and that will about do it. 5 seconds left on the advantage. Both teams on a change to get the 5-on-5 set, and the penalty is over. Adam Foote back on the ice. Kurt Miller down the middle. Miller the hit. Muller and Miller down. Keane centered and at the side of the net. Mike Keane behind the net again, looking for Guy Carbonneau. Center off Patrick Waugh. Poke check back into the zone by Matvichuk. Kurt Muller's got it. Muller spun around. And it came to the middle of Ork and cleared out. Woof. Great chances. Forsberg trying to go through. Forsberg dropped it off. Just behind Drury. It got deflected and Drury had to reach back. Peter Forsberg creating the chance.
What a move on Hatcher. And then when Peter Forsberg passed it, Richard Matvichuk got just a nick of the puck.
Matvichuk is playing an MVP game. Belfour back. He made a save when Belfour got caught out of net in the first period on what would have been a clear goal. He knocked it down. He's made a couple of fine plays here on the last shift. Marshall up on the hit. Near side Tanguay. Tanguay hooked from behind and taken down by Nieuwendyk. Swept out of there by Ozolinsh. Get back on side. Manson hit by Messier. Patrick Waugh just played it over to a D that time. Found Clem, pushed it up. Aubin's got it. Aubin will send it in. Avs will change it up. Belfour back. Both of these coaches wanting to keep the shifts short throughout this game, but especially now. Thornton dropped that one off. Would have been offside. Is offside as Skula knocked it down. 9:41. Somebody goes back to Colorado Thursday with a lead in this series. Clem and Hayduk have had the goals for Colorado. Lettinen and Hull have picked them up, and we've got a half a period left.
Discover the hidden secrets of America's finest baseball school in a professional instructional videotape. Teaching the mechanics of the Major League Swing features professional scout and instructor Tom Umansky and the same award-winning tested under fire techniques that have produced baseball world's back-to-back-to-back AAU national championship teams. Coach Emanski's study and analysis of thousands of baseball's best professional swings has yielded a no less than revolutionary approach to consistent hitting. It's proven, and you'll love its easy-to-understand, step-by-step video training methods. Teaching the mechanics of the Major League Swing benefits players of all ages and ability levels. A valuable addition to any coach's library, too, and it makes a great gift. Thousands have been sold at $39.95, but if you'll call now and use your credit card, you'll pay only $29.95. Call toll-free now, 1-800-633-3400. That's 1-800-633-3400. This is the tape that gets results.
Here's a way to help your business with no risk at all. Just call for your free trial version of QuickBooks Pro, America's #1 best-selling small business accounting software. From the makers of Quicken, so you know it's easy to use. Want to write a check? You just start typing, and QuickBooks Pro fills in the rest. It shows you how much money you're owed and who owes it. It even prints invoices with your company logo. Call for your free QuickBooks Pro trial version now. There's no bill, no hassle, there's no risk. You can't do better than that.
These two teams know each other well. They played last year in the conference final. Same place, same teams. Dallas won it in 7. And then, of course, went on to win the Stanley Cup. Colorado would love to do it themselves this year. Down on the ice went Foot. He had to play it into the corner and do that in the defensive zone with the hand pass to nobody in particular. Zubov, Sakic moved in on him. Sakic created the turnover. Hayduk trying to dump it back, got it in the corner. Anderchuk taken down. Puck still loose back there. Sakic, Sador do battle along that wall. Not going to blow the whistle on it. Picked away to the near side corner. A real scrum. Hayduk, Sador, Sakic. Sakic, forehand chance. Didn't get it on. And Madonna will chase it down. Ray Bourque had him lined up. Madonna just turned away towards the bench. Mike Madonna at center as his team changes. Ran it up the wall. Down he went.
Boy, he got through a couple of guys until Big Dave Andrechuk got there, and then down Madonna went.
Gets up and heads to the bench. He's all right. Forsberg will send that into the wide side corner. Deadmarsh. Matvichuk. What was that? Matvichuk just took his eye off the puck and became a lumberman. A two-hander. And no call on it. Centering pass back for Keane. Keane sends it in. Gate Carbono. Carbono shot. Blocked by Ozolinch, and there goes the net. 8:08 left to go. There is tension in Dallas. There's also a lumberman out there who just won some award for two-handed shots. Here's our Bud Light Stanley Cup summary. Home teams 3-6 in this conference final round. Since '87, Game 5 winners have gone on big time to win. 14 teams since '93 have come from 3 games, the 2 down to win it.
Richard Matvichuk is pretty well done at all in this game, including this play. Watch this. Adam Deadmarsh was going in, and he just came over the top with a chop. Almost looked like dueling Zorros. You see how Deadmarsh had to stick up there at the same time? Boy. And this is Mike Madonna getting his way, working his way along the boards. He got by a couple of Avs players until Dave Andrechuk tracked him down. And that's the problem when you're trying to make headway along the wall. Sooner or later, somebody's going to catch you when you're not looking.
Madonna still does not have a shot. Partially blocked on the attempt. A lot of players falling here, losing their edge on the ice. Near side, Reed tried to get it. Sakic, Reed got it out. Yell will move it in. Yell looking for a little room. Double team. Taken out of the play. Puck still against the boards. And that's where it's going to be whistled. 7:45 to go in the third, and we're going to check in with Brian England. Brian.
Gary, we got a tie hockey game here, and the best bet for the Dallas Stars here would be Brett Hull. He has been their hottest player in this series. He's got 4 goals now, 600 goal scorer in his career. He has the ability to, you have to forget about him sometimes. Go back to game 4. Look at this state-of-the-art slap shot that he just blew by Patrick Waugh. And watch him afterwards. Brett almost never celebrates because he doesn't want to bring attention to himself. Well, in tonight's game, he sneaks around the back. They forget about him, gets himself into position, and that great slap shot, bang. That's how it was 2-1, and that's who they want to get the puck to right now.
And that's who Mike Madonna will look for as well. He always looks for Brett Hull first. If that option is dry, He will look for a second option.
He had 21 points in the 89-90 playoffs, the highest he's ever had in a playoff year. He's just a couple shy of that this year. It'll be just dumped out of there by the Stars. Miller will chase back. Miller and Schooler out there defensively. Thornton came up on the forecheck. 21-14. The shots in favor of the Avs, but it's the score at 2-2 with 7:23 to go. The only thing that matters now, into the corner. Both teams changing. Sador tried to tie it up long enough to get the change done and did. Sean Podine reaching in. Neuendijk leaves it on the far side. Drury stepped up to take it away. Comes back to Sador. And loose at center again. Raymond Bourque reached in and got it. Here's Deadmarsh. Forsberg. Forsberg out there with Drury and Deadmarsh. And they'll change that up right here. Want these shifts to be 35-40 seconds or less now here in this third period, and you'll see the Stars of both of these teams out there a lot. Gotta have the scores. Letnin's pass partially blocked. Forsberg again. Forsberg and Sakic are together. Sakic cutting. Forsberg into the middle. Returns. His shot blocked into the corner. Milano stayed out in front, as did Hull. Forsberg got it back. The pass goes out to center. Gary Lettinen. Lettinen will feather that one in along the wall.
Bob Hartley really going for the kill. That dynamic pairing of Sakic and Forsberg. He tried to see if there was magic here in the third.
Guy Carbonneau had a chance on a bouncing puck right in front of Waugh. Played by Anderchuk. He backs it in on a 360 move. Belfour partially blocked back there by Yell, and in fact it went up and over the seats off Stefan Yell. 6:02 left to go. Not far away, the Stanley Cup Playoffs. They begin with Game 1 on ESPN Tuesday, May 30 at 8 o'clock. Second game also on ESPN on Thursday. The remaining games will be on ABC. All the start times will be at 8. And the Quest for the Cup show will be coming up on ESPN at 7:30 Eastern before every game. How many ever there may be. .602 left, and face off to the right of Eddie Belfour, the Eagle. It's had to be enormous the last 3 games. Getting some help in this game, though. Nowhere near the number of shots we've seen in the last 2 against him. Cleared up again and out of the zone. It'll be chased down by Sanders Ozolinsh. Kurt Muller coming after him. Ozolinsh had to play it around. Serge Aubin. Aubin dropped it off to Reed. Dave Reed, who got a goal in the last game, intended for Podine at center, came to Ozolinsh. Ozolinsh open. He can shoot. Missed it. Short side. Rebound far side to Brendan Morrow. Colorado gets offside here, but without the puck. Colorado was in a line change as Clem intercepted that. This Forsberg back out again. Forsberg, Deadmarsh, and Drury again together. Forsberg all but double shifting here. Sent in on the far side. Forsberg knocked it down, left it behind him though. Neuendijk trying to clear once, twice did. Iashenko can't handle. Borg backs it over. Foot waiting as they clear. No icing on this, and Matt Tkachuk's got to play it back. 5 minutes left to go. Third period, game tied at 2-2. And sent in. Look out, bouncing puck. You could see that coming. Patrick Waugh misplayed that. A shortstop who didn't handle the short hop. And fortunately for him, it went wide. Sakic leaves it in the middle. Draw back. Look, shot, save, Belfour, and Hayduk. Milan Hayduk drew it back and had the chance. Near side to Hull. Bork blocked that one out to center.
Hayduk got that one high. I'm not so sure that didn't hit Eddie Belfour right in the face, right in the mask, maybe in the chest.
It's right up in the chest area as Hayduk, as he is prone to do, will draw the puck, fake a shot, draw it back, take a shot, and that's what he did there. In Dallas, a great finish with 4:29 left to go. The City Lights, even the heart of Texas, in a 2-2 game 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, the human cannonball! Ready? 5.
Ice cold Bud Light.
4.
Get your Bud Light.
3.
Bud Light.
2. 1. Fire!
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down. Make it a Bud Light.
With a 180 horsepower VVTLI engine, 6-speed transmission, 16-inch alloy wheels, a cockpit-like interior, and a price dramatically less than most jet-powered vehicles. Wings have just become overrated. Introducing the next Celica.
So,
I had
fun.
That's how I'll call you.
Yeah, okay.
Well, hey. Next time I'll remember to bring enough cash for both of us.
Next time, use the Visa check card instead of cash. It's fast, easy, and accepted everywhere Visa is. So you can get what you need and get on with life.
Welcome back, everybody. Great game. Hope you are enjoying it. Great to have you with us here on ESPN. National Hockey Night's coverage of the Stanley Cup Playoffs. And the way it ought to be. Miller's got it, sends it in. Eddie Belfour back with 4:24 left to go. In a playoff year where the conference final games have lacked a lot of drama because teams have taken third period leads and not given it up. Well, not here. This one is up for grabs. Yell punches it around the far side. Miller came over to get it. Miller, the flip intended for Reed, ends up on the Avs bench, stopping the clock with 4:04 left. Take a look at our Visa storyline here in Game 5. Hull, goal and an assist. Modano, a couple of assists. Yuri Lettinen has got a goal, his first, and Hayduk, his fourth. First goal in the last 4 games.
Our Visa replay, the reason we are locked up here. 2-2 in the third period. Joe Sakic, a terrific move to get away from Daryl Sador. Beautiful backhand pass. And a little finish from Milan Hayduk. 2-2.
Bear in mind, there's Hayduk. This Dallas team is without Jamie Langenbrunner, who started this game and went out with a leg injury unspecified at the moment, but is not coming back. So they have been short a forward throughout, and an important one. Backhanded attempt that time got blocked, cleared out of the zone. Guy Carvino tried to get a shot off. Sakic with a check over there, and that'll be whistled. And nobody wants a penalty here. This is where the little things are going to matter, and where you're going to see who the coaches like. At this point of the season and this point of the game, who do you trust gets answered?
Not only that, but as we get closer and closer to ending this in regulation and going to overtime, who's got the gas? Who's got the juice? Who's in great shape? Who is not affected as much by the humidity and the heat as other people? Who's been making sure that they drink a lot of fluids?
Ray Bourque and Adam Foote have logged the most time for Colorado.
I asked Ray Bourque if he was going to actually drink more fluids because it was so hot and humid. He said, I don't think it's possible for me to drink any more fluids. He said, if anything, I think it's easier to breathe in the humidity. He finds it still hard to breathe in Denver with that dry air.
3:40 left to go. This face-off will be inside the Dallas zone.
But he has changed his gloves regularly, as he does. He has 4 pairs of gloves on the go. That's part of the Ray Bourque profile. And you'll see either Pat Carnes or somebody else from behind the bench hand Ray Bourque another pair of gloves. Drier pair of gloves. He sweats so much the leather just turns to sog.
He had played in 19:05 through the first 2 periods. And up to 24 now. And with 3:40 left to go, he'll get a break here and then probably be out for it. And now Drury took a shot to the face. And a high stick is called. There is a call. Chris Drury, right off the face-off, got hit in the face.
Oh. Mike Modano.
There's our number 9 Dallas, 2 minutes, high stick.
And Modo's not arguing.
No, and this is one of those zero tolerance must calls. If you see a player get hit in the face. Whoa! He went for the puck. Mike Modano was going for the puck, but you can't help but call this careless use of the stick. Watch this. Oh, that looked like it was close to what Adam Foote did. on Darian Hatcher when he flipped the helmet right off him and never touched his face. I'm not sure Chris Drury was touched by that, but the stick got right up in his face.
Caught the visor, ripped the helmet off, never touched the skin.
Look at that.
Unbelievable. Wow. Well, how about this? 3:37 left to go. Modano's up for high sticking, the 4th power play of the game for Colorado, and this is the aspect of the game in this series that has let them down. Joe Sakic on the far side. Shot. Never got through. Deflected and cleared out. Mike Keane got it out of there. Keane and Carbonneau, 2 of the game's great penalty killers, were out there. Carbonneau has gone to the bench now. Keane stays out. Forsberg kicked that one away. Peter Forsberg back. Raymond Bourque. Bourque in. Sends it around for Forsberg. Keane came over. Forsberg cut it off for Sakic. Sakic looking. Anderchuk set up in the middle. Adam Foote shot. Save. Rebound out deep. Bourque dumped it into the corner. That one hurt Hatcher a bit. In behind the net, Forsberg centered. Sakic trying to get a shot off. Backhander just wide. Anderchuk. Forsberg. Sakic shot once, twice. And it deflects over to Forsberg. Sakic got a chance while it was on the ice and once in the air. Forsberg fell down, cleared.
I think Joe Sakic was robbed by Eddie Belfour. Incredibly, Belfour was able to get over and make that save. Bob Hartley of the Avs deciding to go with Adam Foote to start the power play instead of Sandis Ozolinsh.
Poke checked away from Deadmartian out. 47 seconds left to go in the power play. Colorado has had only 3 power play goals in this series. 3 for 26. This is their 4th chance of the game. Hayduk in. He's got a goal. Hayduk trying to get it back to Ozolinsh. Tied up. Hayduk still had it. Lost it along the wall. Ozolinsh holds it in. Nobody in the far side point. Ozolinsh had to skate it over. Got it back to Foote. Great play, Ozolinsh. Hayduk saved by Belfour.
Eddie Belfour is just incredible here under pressure. Well, the Avs have decided to shoot now. We talked throughout this game about how they wanted to fine-tune their power play. Not on this one. Eddie Belfour here was down, but he was able to get back and see that shot sail wide, and then he was able to get to the other side of the net so quickly. Peter Forsberg reversed his field from behind. We'll show it to you again. Watch Forsberg. This side, no, I'm going the other way. Eddie Belfour got over there so quickly. Joe Sakic one-timed it as it came out to him, and it hit Belfour in the chest. Boy, did Darian Hatcher take out Chris Drury on the final squeeze to get this whistle. Hayduk with the shot up high. Hayduk is hitting Eddie Belfour, and Chris Drury paid a price. Watch this. Drury went for the deflection instead of the screen, and then Darian Hatcher got him right on the ribs. Looked like under the left arm.
Minute 58 to go in the game. 20 seconds left on the Avalanche power play. This is where faceoffs matter, and the Avs have had a big advantage in this game. Joe Sakic, their leading faceoff man, will not win that one. Guy Carbonneau did. Bourque trying to hold it in, and it went underneath his skate. 13 left on the power play.
Mike Modano, you know, will come out of the box and try to end this game in regulation for Dallas, and that is why Bob Hartley didn't start. Ozolinsh, he wanted Foote and Bourque in a rotation to come out.
In the middle, shot, Sakic, save, rebound, cleared. Here's Modano out of the box. Modano moved it in near side, dropped it to Guy Carbonneau. Carbonneau, Modano, in the corner, Mike Modano, a minute 26 to go. Into the middle, Sador, saved by Waugh. Rebound cleared the other way, no icing. Peter Forsberg, the hit on Hatcher, back to Modano. And now the flurry begins. Sador drops it off. A minute 11 left to go. It is 2-2 in regulation. Everybody standing. Cleared out by Stefan Yell. Back to get it is Sador. Sador circling in his own end. 1 minute left to go in the period. Chased down by Aaron Miller. Miller back, touched it up. Thought there was going to be a call. There wasn't. Stefan Yell. Yell backed it off the wall. Modano was over there. Went right through his skates. Back the near side to Zubov. Zubov leaves it deep. Sador looking for Modano. Modano and Hull. Hull dropped it in the middle. Deflected. Miller will chase. 38 seconds to go in regulation. Cleared up by Miller and out of there over Hull's head, but into the seats. 34.2 seconds left in regulation play.
Great scoring chances for Colorado answered. as usual, by Eddie Belfour. He has been so magnificent the last 3 games. There's one shot. The secret to Ed Belfour is his positioning. Gosh, he's been terrific. There's Modano coming out of the box trying to get a jump on Adam Foote. Guy Carbonneau got dragged down right there by the scruff of the jersey, and there was no call.
Modano still does not have a shot on goal. Modano has never gone 3 games, ever, without a shot on goal, and he has not had one here in the 3rd consecutive game.
Stretching for Belfour.
We'll get one of the timeouts taken here, as neither team had used them before, and this will be Dallas taking their 32nd timeout. This is the 3rd game without a shot, and that has never happened for him. He may get a lot more chances the way this one looks right now.
He may, and it still doesn't matter. As long as his line is producing, that is what is key. And he has turned into an assist machine here in the last few games. So that is just fine. And Mike Modano, with his skating ability, will always be a threat. As long as this game lasts, Mike Modano will be one of the most threatening players out there for either team, as will Brett Hall.
It's Adam Foote making sure the defensive alignment is set here as he's talking to the other players who will be on the ice with him. The face-off is going to be to the right of Waugh with 34 seconds left. Neuendijk and Sakic will be moving in to take the draw. Brett Hull will be back along the wall here on the far side. 2-2, 3rd period. Face-off, still sitting, kicked away, and around by Ray Bourque as Sakic tied it up, not out. Held in by Modano. Drury had it, lost it. Neuendijk. Drury battling inside of the net. Came back on top to Sador. 20 seconds left. Neuendijk behind the net, trying to find Hull. Pass deflected by Yell. Cleared out of the zone. Reed in, shot wide of the net. Zubov goes back. Belfour played it anyway. Reed holds it in, backed it in. Belfour to make a save. Dave Reed on a backhand dump into the middle, and it ended up as a shot. And we go to OT.
Well, the Dallas Stars said they were going to approach this like it was the 7th game, and they have done that. The Colorado Avs understand the importance of this as well. Most likely the team that wins this game will win the series. Dave Reed with his backhand shot that I think was partially screened in front of Eddie Belfour, and he had to make a really sharp right pad save. And I think that was just a pass intended for Stefan Yell. Anything just to get it to the net. Reed knew he was running out of time.
So it'll be the 7th time in the 2000 playoffs that we've had an overtime. 2-2, shots 27-15 in favor of the Avs. OT coming up after our Dodge overtime intermission report. John and Barry.
Well, you mentioned the number of overtimes. This is the first, though, in the conference finals this year, the first overall for Dallas. If you're looking for a player who people have been talking about, wondering where his scoring ability is, he's played well, Joe Sakic.
Joe Sakic's played great. He was great tonight. He made the great play on the Hayduke goal, the tying goal in Game 4 when they lost. I thought he was Colorado's best player. Every time he touched the puck, he looks fast, he looks aggressive, he's creative. He made a lot of nice plays tonight. I think he's one guy for Colorado that's going to score in overtime. They only need one, of course, but this is what we hope when these two teams played each other. We thought we'd have a lot of games like this. This has been a fantastic game.
No reason to disbelieve that this series is going to go 7 games. Coming up, the Dodge overtime intermission report. We'll look ahead to the OT, talk a little things in the East as the conference finals continue on ESPN.
In these overtimes, you either get the goal. In these overtimes, you either get the goal early or it goes on.
Yep, and part of the focus has to be on making sure you make smart changes. The first overtime period is the long change. You see from Patrick Waugh, a player would have to go all the way by the Dallas bench to the Colorado bench. So if you get a chance to make your change, you've got to make them. You've got to make them smart. You don't want to make a bad change here.
far as those who have eaten up the ice time, Raymond Bourque, 29.5 minutes played. The overtime records you see all time in the playoffs. This is the 7th overtime game we have had this playoff season. And we are underway. And will it come quick? Brett Hull cleared back out of the zone. This is the first overtime for Dallas this playoff year. Colorado has won one on the overtime goal by Chris Drury. Dump back into the zone. Back to get it is Zubov.
And it'll be tougher and tougher as this period wears on to make a pretty play because the ice gets really snowy. It's very soft here. We've talked about that. And early in the period, if you want to make a pretty play, that's the time.
And we did not take the 17-minute break for the intermission that we had during the regular portion of the game. Drury ripped it wide. Matvichuk went down in front of him. Drury tried to tip, and it went wide. He didn't get a stick on it. Couple of chances early on here in the overtime for Colorado. Near side wall, it is Hatcher. Langenbrunner out of the game. First period, injured knee. Did not return, will not return. So Dallas short a forward throughout periods 2, 3, and now here into the overtime.
And true to his commitment, Ken Hitchcock has played the heck out of Mike Modano. He played over 24 minutes in regulation. That's defenseman type ice time.
And still, Modano did not get a shot into the corner, and that'll be touched up by Podine and will be whistled. Want to remind you, baseball tonight standing by. Coming up when this game is concluded, Kyle Ravitch, Peter Gammons. Pedro going out for yet another win, his 8th. Matt Williams returning, and the Yankees a shakeup. Baseball tonight's coming up. Patrick Waugh, all-time leader in a lot of categories, and this is another one. 34-10 in overtime games in the playoffs. The most wins ever.
34-10. Gee, that's just about obscene.
15-14 for Eddie Belfour in career overtime games. Patrick Waugh, the all-time leader, of course, in wins in the playoffs. Has to make a save right off the face-off. Sidor comes back to Yell. Underway in overtime here in Dallas. A 2-2 game. Swung around the near side boards. Thornton trying to clear it up, could not. Miller held it in behind the net. Yell. Yell looking out in front. Had Podine. Yell trying to wrap it in. Shot. Belfour. Where is it? Came up to the top of the crease. He made the save. Rebound set. And Cote came to get it. Right along the blue line. Skula knocked that one down. Dave Anderchuk. Anderchuk turning into the middle with it. Had it blocked by Thornton. Line changes become vital here, that you don't make a mistake on those either and get caught short-handed. Played around to Cote. Sakic had reached in from behind, couldn't get it. Raymond Bourque. Bourque back over to Adam Foote. And shot in high off the glass. Stefan Yell, 4 shots in the game. Number of players for Colorado with 3 of 4. Hayduk's got 4. That dropped by Hayduk. Anderchuk right off the side of the net. Cote picks it up. Back it comes to Morrow. Morrow looking near side for Modano. Great pass, shot, save made off the stick and wide. Rebounded. Sakic blocked it. Went by Sador. And Zubov will chase at the other end. 2:45 into this overtime. Far side. Tanguay. Aubin. Raymond Bourque backed it up.
Ken Hitchcock coming right back with Joe Nieuwendyk. He went Nieuwendyk, Modano, Nieuwendyk at center. I mean, he's going for this thing early.
Trying to get this done right now. Cycling with it is Hull. Brad Hull has had one of the goals in this game. Poke checked away and sent in by Zubov. Clem scored first for Colorado. Yuri Lettinen tied it in the second. Hull gave the Stars the lead at 14:41, and Hayduk tied it up for Colorado in the third. Messier got it out into the middle, but it came right back on him. Aubin moved in to help here. Jammed up. Yuri Lettinen looking for a loose puck. Guy Carbonneau coming out of the pile, and finally that will be whistled on a hand pass.
Well, the Avs had some jump at the start of this overtime period, but now things have quieted down. Here's one play with Stefan Yell coming, trying to stuff it. Wanted to step out, but when Grant Marshall dove, you can see how his stick is right here. If Yell could get out here, he might be able to get a little bit of a shot on Eddie Belfour, but Grant Marshall kind of sealed that option off. There's not time to step around people. You get sealed off and killed pretty quickly, so you got to take a shot when you can. So Grant Marshall did a great job of locking Yell in and not letting him step out front.
Face off out inside the zone here. Stefan Yell, 12 out of 17 on face-offs. Joe Sakic led them. 14 out of 23. Chris Drury 10 out of 16 through regulation. Around the near side boards. Reed tried to hold it up. Big collision along the wall. Reed got it. Reed trying to set up Sean Bodine. Taken away by Guy Carbonneau. Bodine and Reed teamed up but never got a shot off on it. Little open ice the other way. Cote the D. Cote along the blue came to center. Yell picks it away. Cote puts the hit on him and the door opened, and fortunately after the players had gone by it. Taken by Kurt Muller. Ozelinch takes him down. Muller had the puck underneath him, still does. Down on top. Muller underneath the pile. Reed went over him. They're still doing battle over there. Keane came in to get it. Yell did not get it by Hatcher. Chip back down low. Wild looking. Muller covered up. No, Modano's got it. Mike Modano into the middle. Centering pass will be cleared out of the zone by Bodine.
Boy, Stefan Yell's life must have been passing before him, because he failed to get it out. And Dallas had a real good scoring chance. Interesting decision by Bob Hartley to come back with his checking line. He was double shifting them because Ken Hitchcock is matching Manson and Cote on the blue line. So he kept Manson and Cote out there for quite a while, and I think that's what Bob Hartley's intention was, to try to get a break. But here's the play. If not for a great recovery by Dave Reed to try to help out in front. Kurt Muller was wide open.
Bob Hartley, 21-12 playoff games in his career here in Colorado as head coach. Ken Hitchcock, 39-22 in playoff games, and a key game 5 with this series lead in the balance. Mike Modano on the draw. Gary Lettinen. Matt Tkachuk, a backhander, went wide. Ray Bork fanned up. Ooh! Ray got driven into the boards. Head first is all right as he and Lettinen collided over there. Cleared back out, intercepted. Modano got a piece of that to block it. Modano waiting the other way. Hull's got the puck. Hull moved it in. Hull's got a little room. There's that shot save made by Waugh. Kicked into the corner. Anderchuk. Ray Bork. Cleared out to center. Want to know what it feels like this time of the year? Brought back in. Thornton trying to get a shot off. Came loose. Patrick Waugh got run into again. The shot hit Thornton. Hull tried to put that in front, and Thornton had tied up Waugh, and it hit Thornton in the back. Poke checked away by Hayduke, almost on net. Cleared around the near side. Still loose. High flip by Hatcher. Neuendijk out there, caught in his skates. Drury looking for help, just off the bench. Forsberg once, twice. Forsberg shot deflected as Hatcher went down and blocked it. And then Hatcher's got it underneath him, but it came loose. Hatcher lost his helmet. Drury's got it. That was Forsberg who dug it out. He and Hatcher still doing battle.
Hatcher's been out there a long time.
Drury leaves it up on top. Shot by Skula, went through a screen and came wide. Cleared out. Both teams need line changes here. Miller bumped it up the other way. And Thornton will take it at center. Thornton cutting into the middle. Pass too far for him. There's Thornton with it again. Thornton, Neuendijk behind the net. Neuendijk, Thornton, Grant Marshall in front cycling. The near side wall. Neuendijk, one-hander. Drury stole it. Clears it up into the Dallas bench. 13:44 to go. First overtime. Tied at 2-2. Stanley Cup Finals with only 4 teams left will begin May 30 when it's down to 2. Tuesday night ESPN 8 o'clock. June 1st game 2 ESPN at 8. On Saturday ABC takes over. That'll be on June 3. All the games start at 8. First 2 on ESPN. All the others on ABC. And the quest for the cup 7:30 on ESPN before every game.
Well, an even strength in this hockey game through regulation. Darian Hatcher was matched 22 out of 23 shifts against Peter Forsberg. You see the last shift, a minute and 50 seconds, because Hatcher was out there against the Sakic line, which is not what Ken Hitchcock wanted. Then Forsberg came and penned Hatcher and Matt Tkachuk in the Dallas zone. That is a long shift. This especially is the time of the game where you don't want to overextend because you don't have the recovery time. There are no TV timeouts, so if you don't get your matchup, you're not going to be able to recover from it if you overstay your shift. And it's really important now. The coaches have to be exceptionally sharp to get the matchups they want.
Cleared back out. Bob Hartley made a great point before the game. He said, because of television commercials, I do not coach a 60-minute game. I coach 5-minute segments because I know there's a commercial coming and I can get my guys out who I want out there when I want them. But when you go to the overtime, all those commercial breaks are gone. Changes the complexion of the game and how you use your lines. Big hit on Clem, but Clem fed that puck around the boards and got it out of there. Good work by Clem down low. Sakic, save me! Joe Sakic, Eddie Belfour. Sakic had room on the forehand side only. And Belfour came away with a save. Near side boards. Carbonneau dropped it. It was deflected. 3 back for Dallas, though. Ozolinsh looking. Colorado trying to change. Hayduk, he's got one. Hayduk in. Shot hit the side of the net. In the stick of Belfour. Anderchuk the check. Sakic again. Sakic trying to center, blocked by Sador. Carbonneau dumps it into the seats.
Colorado has now officially had their chance, or at least their first chance, to end this hockey game. Joe Sakic, I mean, that's what Barry Melrose was talking. He's still got the legs and the jump. Sergei Zubov fumbled it in the neutral zone, and that sent Joe Sakic away. A great effort to cut him off by Daryl Sador. Otherwise, he could have come in and deke, and Eddie Belfour ate him up. And then Milan Hajduk, what a move here. It looked like he was going to go around, but he pulls it back to the front as well as anybody, to the forehand, and then takes a shot. Sharp angle. Zubov forced him wide. But Eddie Belfour has started this overtime the way he started the game.
Belfour here at home, the last 10 playoff games has been just enormous. Joe Sakic trying to get on the board with what would be his first goal of this series. 1 goal last dozen games, including this one. Catcher, Matvichuk. Matvichuk wrapped it around the near side and out of the zone. 12:33 left here in this first OT. Near side boards loose. Colorado at 3 back, blocked. Dumped behind the net that time. Good work by Lettman. His foot had to dump it back deeper into the zone. Sakic and Forsberg probably will get time together. Drury down the middle. Squeezed out of the plate. Detmarsh was a trailer. Couldn't get it. Forsberg, the bump on Matvichuk. Forsberg turning into the middle. Shot deflected just wide. Chance for Drury and Detmarsh, who are both down low. Colorado's changing out of foot. Left it in the middle. Drury shot blocked. High in the air. Glove down by Sean Bodine. Bodine. Reed. Shot. Blocked again. Matvichuk was out there again along with Yuri Lettinen to block it. At the point, Raymond Bourque under his stick.
Boy, it's hard to make those plays back to the point. The puck is bouncing like crazy. And Chris Drury tried a little pass and it just jumped. You got to be so careful on the blue line or it'll jump over your stick.
Belfour came out to play that. Gets back in net. Reed is set up in front. Dropped into the corner to Bodine. Back for Reed. Bodine and Yell. Reed reversing. He's got a man in front. Couldn't get it out. Picked up by Morrow.
And Gary, they trapped. See, Colorado with a smart line change trapped Hatcher and Matvichuk out there again, and they're still out there. This shift might be longer than the minute and 50 when they had early.
Look what Belfour is. Messier blocked it. Belfour trying to get back and does as it's cleared. Eddie Belfour, that's about as far as he'll ever go to chase a puck down. Overtime game, Sakic has 3 game winners in the playoffs in OT. Drury's got a couple. Hayduk 2. Sandis Ozolinsh with 1. Blocked on the far side to Miller. For Dallas, Hull's got 3. Kurt Muller's got 3. Carbo's got 2.
Minute and 34 seconds, the last shift for Hatcher and Matvichuk. That on the heels of a minute and 50-second shift. Too long.
And that is a 2-line pass. During the regular season, these teams played 3 overtime games. November 22nd, Adam Detmarsh buried it. Colorado got the victory. March 26th, Milan Hajduk buried it. Colorado got the victory. April 2nd, Sean Bodine buried it. Colorado got the victory. That adds up to 3-0 in OT during the regular season. This isn't the regular season. 2-2, 10:46 to go in the first OT. And because of what we talked about, no commercial breaks, when there's a whistle, the players do everything they can to delay the face-off. Change sticks, go to the bench, wander around the ice, anything they can do to draw the extra breath.
Kind of interesting. It was Dave Anderchuk that looked like he was slowing things down, but if you're Colorado and you know how long the Hatcher and Matvichuk shifts have been, you might want to keep it going a little quicker.
Dumped back into the corner. Hayduk over skated. And Dallas will clear. Madonna in the middle. Mike Madonna, the bouncing puck went right over his stick. 3-on-3 the other way to Sakic. Sakic left it. Shot. Sakic. Save. Rebound. What is it? No goal. Anderchuk banging his stick as Belfour got the puck underneath him.
Well, if Joe Sakic did not sleep well Sunday night, he might not sleep at all tonight, depending on how this game finishes. Oh, gracious. He had the puck on his stick on the rebound from the Denmark shot, or from the Hayduk shot, and couldn't get it by Eddie Belfour again. Belfour has just been superhuman. He is starting to intimidate people out there now. There's the shot from Andreychuk. Watch Joe Sakic. He tried to drag it wide. He couldn't get it wide of Eddie Belfour's left skate, and it went right between the legs of Belfour. Dave Andreychuk, a little look away. He wasn't even looking at Belfour, but he drifted it. Yes, there are rebounds. If Joe Sakic had kept going maybe for another split second, he might have been able to pull it by Eddie Belfour. But Joe Sakic is not a confident scorer right now.
See why Andreychuk was angry? The whistle blew right there.
The puck was loose.
The puck was loose.
Wow. But it had originally gone between Eddie Belfour's legs, and Don Koharski behind the net, and Rob Schick lost sight of it, had to assume it was there.
4-3, the shots in OT in favor of Colorado. 31-18 on the game in favor of the Avs. Scoring chances, we'll keep track. 4-2, overtime, Colorado. And the wandering continues before the faceoff. Chris Drury backed way out of it. He's going to take the draw. Carbono against him. And Carbono won the draw. Back to Matvichuk. Matvichuk in the hard wraparound. Ozelin's got a piece of that as it heads up ice. Keane was chasing Clem. Clem played it around. Not far enough to get it out. Keane is set up in front. Shot. Guy Carbono deflects into the middle. Comes back to Carbono in the corner. Carbono and Muller holding his man off. Freed that puck up. Peter Forsberg. Forsberg out there with Deadmarsh and Drury still. Taken at center by Hatcher. Hatcher had to clear it near side as Forsberg rushed up on him. Sent in by Muller. Waugh coming out to get it, looking for some room here. Cleared it around the dasher, and see, it didn't go anywhere. Neuendijk couldn't play it, though, and Drury did. Drury got it out. Deadmarsh with Hatcher. Deadmarsh got around him. Deadmarsh trying to get control of the puck. Got it back to Skula. His shot blocked by Thornton. Thornton pays a price, stays up, kept the puck alive. On the near side wall. Thornton again trying to get it out. Poked it by Reed. Marshall. Neuendijk on the right. Marshall. Neuendijk heading to the net. Neuendijk underneath his stick. Skula picked it up. Rebound. Wow! Gloves it and hangs on. Yeah. Cote got the rebound shot. Wednesday Night Baseball tomorrow on ESPN 2 at 7. The Jays and the Red Sox. Nomar and the gang taking on the Blue Jays at Fenway, and on ESPN at 10, the Reds and the Dodgers. Ken Griffey Jr. and the Reds visiting L.A. All coming up tomorrow, ESPN 2 and ESPN.
Can't believe the hitting. I mean, both these teams are just still gunning with the bodies. Great job by Sean Podine on one hit. See this? Boy, he took Matvichuk hard. Now, if you're taking long shifts and you're getting punished like that, it'll wear you down. But he's super job. Besides Sean Podine, Mike Keane and Guy Carbono came out for Dallas. They have the Forsberg line in Colorado zone the entire shift. And if you want to negate Peter Forsberg, Deadmarsh, and Drury, play in their end.
Madonna and Sakic. Sakic won the faceoff. Cleared around for Bork. Foot got it over to him. Bork will chase it down along the wall up for Hayduk. Hayduk to Sakic. Cleared back in by Joe Sakic. Eddie Belfour. Zubov over to get it. Up the wall and out. Bork there. Bork the feather pass off the boards. Sakic the intended. Deflected away to Sador. Sador cleared it into the middle. Brendan Morrow shot it in. It hits the back of the net. Bork again coming back with 8:36 to go here in the OT. Pad pass Raymond Bork. Brett Hull. Hull dropped it to the wide side. Forsberg over. Madonna's got it back for Hull. Bork reciprocates by intercepting that one. Raymond Bork. I don't care how many years you've been in the league. His heart just skipped a beat. Brendan Morrow along the blue line. Pass deflected straight into the middle of the ice. Blocked. Neuendijk. Neuendijk centered. Chipped away by Miller. Marshall on the far side. Back up onto the point. Hatcher to Matvichuk. Not quite. Matvichuk couldn't get it to sit. Sakic caught up with him by the time he did. In the corner. Battle along the wall for it. Nobody's got possession here. Thornton takes it. Matvichuk a chance. Wow! Score! Neuendijk! Overtime winner! 3-2 Stars!
The Dallas Stars just wouldn't quit in this hockey game. You want to give Richard Matvechuk and Darian Hatcher a rest? Play in Colorado's end. The puck came back to Matvechuk, and he just tried to launch a deflectable shot. That's exactly what he got. A deflection. The Dallas Stars competed like champions in this one. Scott Thornton back to Matvechuk. And nobody picked Joe Nieuwendyk up coming out of the corner. It went under Patrick Waugh's right arm and to the far side of the net. So the Dallas Stars won the battle along the wall, completed by Nieuwendyk, who bulled his way to the front. And the Dallas Stars have taken a 3-2 lead in games. They wanted to play this like it was a Game 7. It sure felt like a Game 7. I bet it did to them, too.
12-10 of the overtime is the time of the goal. Joe Nieuwendyk, second of this series and his 6th of the playoffs. Nieuwendyk picks up the game winner. And the Stars will have a chance to win it Thursday in Colorado.
There's Joe Nieuwendyk. He got muscled against the wall by Martin Skula, and then Skula let him go. Didn't lock him out. Scott Thornton with a good play to Matvechuk. Matvechuk with a good deflectable shot. And Joe